Okay, here we are. What's up, everybody? Okay. All right. Okay. Turn the fans on. All right. Space news ready to go. Do we have an acquisition of signal on the YouTube side of things? How copy? Good. All right. Because of you, I'm playing Car Mechanic Simulator. Yeah, that's totally my fault. Yep. Yep, that is totally my fault. So sorry, Space News got a little bit delayed. We ended up working on the car for about 8 hours straight. Anybody gives a crap? The car has no back. We took the back off. The back fell off. Well, the back fell off. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Pretty cool, right? Man. I'm really happy with my work there. Like, dude, I've never done something like that. That's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. We do have a Falcon 9 happening here momentarily, and then hopefully the OLM lift. How did Falcon 9 move today? Well, 3 cores were in port.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Yeah, I've never done that, dudes. What is this? Nice 7-ton. Hey, baby. Jeez, I leave for 7 hours. Yep. Hired 76-month resub. Wow, was your car involved in an incident? Nothing, just an incident. At least the front didn't fall off. We removed the rear from the environment. Yeah. Look at that thing. Car broke its back. Spinal. Ferd. SpaceX Ferd. SpaceX Ferd. Powerage next. Nice. Did they pressurize the tanks? Yes. That's a 7-ton. It's a US. It's an army. That's an army vehicle. This is a kind of an SPMT, but kind of not. Yeah, they do pressurize the tanks. They're not at flight pressure, but they are pressurized. You saw Fat Electrician on my screen? What else we got in there? I got DeBoss, I got Powerage, I got Claire Chanel. Nice. That's a good video. EJ's live. Dylan McCool worked on his Duster. Got a new Diesel Creek. Fixing a Cat 977. That's a GT40 right there. And what do we got here? I don't know what Mid-Air TV is. That's Tom Schultz right there, building a soundboard for Boston. And Daryl Waltrip's Cheating Stories and Complicated Friendship with Dale Earnhardt, DJ D Classics, Dale Earnhardt's Dirty Mo Media. That's what I got for my selected. And then F2 Banshee, U.S. Navy fighter jet promo, McDonnell Douglas, St. Louis plant. Cool. The Truman is having a bad deployment. It's fine, dude. My boy Chowder's in charge there. My boy Chowder. Chowder's in charge of that thing, dude. He's fine. He's doing just fine. Do it for Dale. That's right, brother. Chowder went home? Oh. Give me 1 second. Okay. Another F-18 was lost off the Truman arrestor failure when trying to land. Both aviators ejected were recovered by helicopter. Small injuries. Yeah, it's fine. So what happens when you fight, dude? It happens. It happens, bro. All right, so we do have a Starlink mission coming up here. Starlink 6-93 is scheduled to go in about 7 minutes. Hey, Subcooler, what's going on? Now, the Truman is cursed, man. Why would you say that? Care to pitch in? Nice. Yeah, it's the bonus ride, guys. You get the bonus ride. Methane, I'm having a great night. How are you? Pre-launch ads? Oh yeah, I suppose we should. It's weird. It's weird doing it before the thing even runs, but whatever. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Jim.
Go at throttle up.
119-month resub. Coming at you from the Red Sox game. Can't hear you, though. Are you in Boston, or... Anyway, Starlink mission's live. Let's send it. Yeah, baby. You went to Fenway without me, you jackwagon? Oh, he can't hear us. Wait a minute. Yeah, the weather guy. Tell him that that's what we said. We said hi. But also, he went to Fenway without us. Oh, it's 6-0 Rangers. So, you know, that's actually, I think they're in Texas. Hold on. Oh no, they're not. They're at home.
Thanks for pressing for a strong back retry.
Okay, here we go. Is Brimo a Red Sox or a Tigers fan? Brimo's a Red Sox fan, except if they're playing the Tigers, and then she's a Tigers fan. How about them socks? Don't forget the $10 Sammy dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, guy. Where's this launching from? This is Slick 40, Shattermage. Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. The booster flying tonight is 1085 on its 7th flight, 36-day turnaround. Payload tonight is 28 Starlink V2 minis. Launch site's Pad 40, as we said. This is SpaceX's 53rd mission of 2025. And their 471st Falcon 9 launch. Yeah, 7 flights is nothing, dude. Yeah. This wasn't on the NASA website. It's not a NASA launch. This is a Starlink mission. Think they will surpass the Soyuz record eventually. Falcon's gonna be flying for a long time, guys. Long time. Well into the 2030s. Yeah, Fluffy, we really are, dude. Launches go off once or twice a week. How many flights does the fleet leader have now? 27, I believe, Redbeard. 20 freaking 7, dude. Hey, Everest, what's up, dude? Jim, don't jinx us. Why would you say that?
Stage 1 lock load is complete.
Give me one sec.
Stage 2 lock load is complete.
Ground gas closeout.
All right. There's the ground gas closeout. Do you think a single Falcon booster will surpass the shuttle with the most flights? 39 would be the record with Discovery, rarest. Yep. If a first stage flew 39 times, that's pretty impressive, man. But I'm not sure if comparing first stage flight to a space shuttle, which is arguably a reusable second stage, right?
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Go for startup, T-minus 1 minute, is comparable. I would compare Falcon 9 to the SRB casings. I don't know what casing has the most flights throughout the space shuttle program, but I guarantee you Falcon 9's probably higher at this point.
Go for launch.
When a Dragon has flown 39 times into space, then we talk. It's up to 40, I think, Tessa. I think the person that said it a second ago in chat is... is right. I think Comus is right. 20 seconds. Ground gas closeout is good. Evacuating propellants out of the pad.
T-minus 15 seconds.
T-minus 15 seconds. You heard it here second.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Sound suppression water
3,
system is on.
2.
Ignition.
1. Ignition. Liftoff. Go Falcon. Go Starlink.
Fly, baby, fly. This late Tuesday night, Starlink 6-93 takes to the skies.
Pitching downrange.
Lighting up the night sky. Falcon is entering
Camber
the
pressure is nominal.
entering pitch kick mode right now, where it pitches over and rolls to the proper flight azimuth for correct orbital inclination insertion. This is a drone ship landing, all systems. Got some low clouds on the Cape tonight. Falcon 9's powering its way through. Should get a call for power and telemetry here in the next 10 seconds. The record for SRB casing reuse was 59. There's the number.
Telemetry nominal.
There's the number to beat then, Trey. Thank you. Should get a call for supersonic here in the next 5 seconds.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
And then the call for maximum dynamic pressure, which is peak aerodynamic load from compression forces on the top of the vehicle. Falcon 9 has to throttle its engines back, or else it'll accordion itself on the way up. We don't want that.
Max Q.
There's the call for maximum dynamic pressure. Everything's looking good. SRBs have moved more people to space higher than any other form of propulsion. Whammy. Should get a call from Merlin Vacuum Chill here momentarily.
Vehicle is following a nominal trajectory.
Or that too. Whoa. Weird trajectory. Yeah. No, looks good.
Miko.
They didn't call
Stage
Merlin
separation
Vacuum Chill, but
confirmed.
we got a good stage separation. You can see the Terminator Earth in the background there, and you can see all of Central Florida there as Falcon 9 fires its second stage
And
engine
ignition.
here. Numbers are showing pretty good ignition. Pretty good. There we go. Did you see that shot, man? That shot was amazing. The first stage is going to coast here for a second. Should be coming up on fairing separation here on the second stage very soon.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Video's a little bit behind the calls here, but 28 Starlink V2 minis being exposed to the vacuum. The nozzle is in fact intact. Yeah, I know, right?
Both vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
Shrub, that'd be kind of cool. Wish they'd gone for second stage reuse. That'd be pretty sick, man. Not sure how you'd get that second stage back, but I'm sure SpaceX could do it if they really wanted to. Mini shuttle? You don't you tempt me with a good time, buddy. Why don't they have a throttle position graphic? I'd love to know the thrust position. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know why they don't do that. They like the sleek stuff. Flykin', if we could have all the telemetry in front of me, I could tell you exactly what the vehicle's doing. Second stage has crossed 10,000 kilometers an hour. 6,000 miles an hour. First stage is started to accelerate. It's hit its apogee at 113 kilometers and now falling. It was a pretty good shot, Redbeard, for sure. Pretty much, Tim. You guys can still hear it? Jeez. So right now the first stage is using its attitude control thrusters to reorient it so the engines are flying leeward or windward side first in preparation for the
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
supersonic retro propulsion or the entry burn, which should be happening here in the next 30 seconds, I think. Didn't see it from FL. Too many high-level clouds. Yep. Methane subcooler, they wanted to, they were going to try and reuse S1Cs eventually, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Early thing! He said the thing! Wasn't able to track it until plus 430 in North Florida. Normally we don't get to see it that long. NSF likes Ares rockets. Ares 1 is the best. Wait a minute, are they? Hold on. There's the supersonic retro propulsion.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Now on 3 engines, the plume will go back to circular.
Hold on. Were they talking about it? Was Max saying anything? Who was saying something about the launch?
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
Oh, okay, Trey, I got you. I was gonna go crap post in their chat, but it's fine.
Both
Okay.
vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Entry burn shutdown. Falcon 9 has done the entry burn to slow itself down and protect itself from the oncoming re-entry heat, but we still should see some plasma accumulation around the grid fins here. If you take a look, left side of your screen, you can barely see it, but something's glowing over there. That's plasma accumulating on the titanium grid fins on Falcon 9's first stage. And it's gone. It's gone. It's all gone. Stage 1 has come out of the supersonic regime and is into subsonic. Should get a call here for the landing burn momentarily. Do you think they use Starlink to track Falcon 9 rockets? They still use ground stations, Niroku. Because no need to reinvent the wheel. That's what works. There's the light of the drone ship onto the left grid fin.
Stage 1 landing burn.
We got a landing burn. Grid fin steering.
Entered terminal guidance.
Stage 2 terminal guidance. Grid fin steering the vehicle back out over the drone ship. The drone ship deluge system is active here. We got landing legs deployed. Grid fins are locked into position. Falcon 9's on thrust vector control, and it sticks the landing. Dead center. Stage 1 landing confirmed. Oh. A little bit of coughing from that E9 engine. Yarg, they installed that deluge last year. Only one of the drone ships has them. Yeah. It's only, please hold. Just read the instructions is the only one that has it. Nah, it's cloudy flanking. All right. We got Seco there. 27098 at 137 is pretty standard for a Starlink orbit. And another one in the books, 6-93. So that was booster 1085 on its 7th flight on a 36-day turnaround. Not bad. How does shutdown work on the landing burn? Does it just run out of gas? Oh, no. Do not. Running a rocket engine till you're on the E on the fuel gauge is extremely bad for it, methane. You could run into mixture problems. Same thing as like letting a car run out of gas, letting the tank run dry. You deprime the entire system on a car, and that, it can break things on your car. It'll really break things on a rocket engine. There's always a little bit of residual fuel that they vent down, dude. And then they purge it out when the thing sails back to port. So the liquid oxygen just boils off. They just open up the vents, right? But the remaining RP1, you know what? I'm not 100% sure if they evac. I think they just keep the tank pressurized, but they might evac it. I'm not sure. I've ran diesel machines out of fuel. Deep priming a car's entire fuel system is so bad for it. Yeah, you have to rebleed all the damn lines, C-Mac. It's such a pain in the butt, dude. That's why even right now, the Dodge, I still have the fuel line primed, so when we go to hook up the fuel tank, it won't take forever to suck all the fuel through the line. How many times has Falcon landed now? Warhammer, the life leader for Falcon 9s has flown 27 times. I believe that's booster 1063. Pretty sure. Oh, that was the cast coming in. But anyway, that was Starlink 6-93. Good mission. Good things all around. Great way to start space news, dudes. Now let's go over and let's check out Starbase Live. Because we might be looking at this big metal box moving around. Ask me about that. I had burn through because I wrote an override to run the main tank drive. First, the cooling loop died first. Luckily, the engine cooler killed it before air bubbles could reach the turbo pump or it would have exploded. Yeah. Did they ever fly crew on a reused booster? They have. Yep, many times, Warhammer. In fact, at this point, dude, it's probably safer to use the reused booster because you know it's going to work. Seriously. SpaceX has kind of bucked the trend. But before it was like, oh, the best way to do it is a new booster. A new booster is the safest. Nope. 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 You're better off flying on a reused booster at this point. What's in the box? Nothing, dude. You can't look in the box! You can't look in the box! Alright, there was a bug. Yeah, NASA actually prefers with the data behind it, Warhammer. We see Baron's right. With the data behind it, with the empirical data behind the booster's reliability, NASA's like, yeah, give us a reused booster. We don't want to fly in a new one. Over the course of the last 10 years, they've completely flipped. But the reason why NASA's been like that is because SpaceX has the empirical data. They have the flight data to back it up, dude. No, you're right, Rares. NASA prefers the reused stuff now. Starship can launch 25 times a year. Oh, yes. Let me show you this post from spaceflight enthusiast Ryan Caton of NASA Spaceflight Now. Ryan's going to punch me in the face. Check this out. So, SpaceX has a new final tiered environmental assessment out. Check this out. Look at some of these stats here. So you're saying they canceled the shuttle too soon? Yes. Yes, they did. TLDR, 25 launches from Boca Chica approved. Flights from Pad B approved. Upgraded Starship approved. Landings in the Gulf of Mexico, Indian Ocean, and Pacific Ocean around Hawaii and Southeast Pacific are approved. Jeez. Should we read this document? Should we read this document? I think Ryan has the good footnotes here. Here in Denver last week, we had our first A380 land and take off from Germany. That thing's huge. Big plane. Gulf of Mexico. Oh, no. What did I call it? Amexida. Yes. The Gulf of Amexida. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, the Gulf of Amexida. That's what I call it. Anyway, so what's more cursed is that the doc still mentions Starship and Super Heavy drone ship landings. For ocean landings, Super Heavy would land on a drone ship or continue to be expended. Starship could land on a drone ship or be expended. What? How? Gulf of Starship debris, nice. How are you gonna do that? I don't understand. We're gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Can they land the skirt like SN10? I don't know, dude. I don't know how you're going to do that. EJ is ignoring us. Sorry, I'm talking to my uncle. Leave me alone. I don't really know what that entails, to be honest. See last, please. Yeah, we could call it the Gulf of Buckies. That's fine. FAA is doing something really weird. Chopsticks on a drone ship. I don't know how you're going to do that and not have the thing flip over. That's going to have to be some crazy piece of equipment. Are you aware of the RR flip? I know about the flip, yeah. The flip is pretty cool, man. Hang on, I'm opening up all the links. My Twitch dashboard is bad. It really goes slow for some reason, and I'm not sure why. There's something weird with this line. I think that SpaceX got a waiver from the FAA that exempts them from standing down and doing any mishap reports in case of an in-flight breakup or re-entry failure for the next 5 years of the program. SpaceX plans to land the reusable Super Heavy and Starship back on land at the vehicle launch area or on floating platforms in the ocean. As SpaceX continues to develop the capability to perform a return to launch site landing of Super Heavy and Starship, some vehicles may not be reused and are instead expended in the ocean following 3 conditions depending on the stage of development of the program. Hard water landing at terminal velocity and breakup on impact resulting in an explosive event at the surface of the water. Soft water landing and tip over or sink or explode on impact at the surface of the water. Or in-flight breakup during re-entry resulting in debris falling into the ocean up to 25 times per year for each vehicle stage. Thread. I got it. By the way, according to these same documents, SpaceX is now exempt from standing down and performing a mishap investigation if an in-flight breakup happens for the next 5 years of the program until the review needs to be renewed. Y'all still think that's fine? Oh, look, it was outside the the debris response area by a massive margin. Who could have guessed? Creeper. In-flight breakups are listed under the category that is exempt from mishap classifications. That Aqualux, chopsticks on the bow of the ship, flip the ship to catch it up, secure it, and then come back down to return. It could be your catch tower and your breakover fixture. I would pay good money to see that, dude. I would pay good money to see that. The drone ship turns into a transporter erector. I would pay very good money to see that. They're getting a lot of leeway for not making it to orbit yet. Like the old Flip research ship. Yarg, that's what Aqualux is saying, yeah. So, So people are reading this and interpreting it the wrong way. Most rocket stages break up when they re-enter. Yeah. Nowhere does it say that. Out of all 3 documents, the word exempt only appears once. On page 228 of the 90-page document in reference to noise levels and mishap. And mishap only appears once on page 2 of the document in a footnote. And for Baron, it doesn't say exempt, but if there's a failure and the debris lands in the designated area, they won't need an investigation. Yeah, so people making a big deal out of it. Yeah. Hey, this is what everybody called for. People wanted regulatory 450. They wanted it streamlined, right? That's what everybody wanted. I personally thought regulatory 450 was just fine. The FAA's kind of rapid licensing of launch vehicles. Couldn't this mean expendable second stages? That'd be pretty cool. They've never attempted to get to orbit once yet. Of course they haven't gotten to orbit. That's right. Also from Max. Technically speaking, the above three conditions still don't apply to what happened with Flight 7 and 8. So if it were to happen again, they're definitely not off the hook because the breakup during planned re-entry doesn't equal breakup FTS activation during ascent. Now to get the DRAs into our NOTAMs. That'd probably be a good idea. That would be nice. This is where I'd put the DRAs in the NOTAMs if I had one. Sorry. Wait, Space Engineer follows me? Oh, hell yeah. What a G. I didn't know that. When did that guy start following me? Cool. That guy's legit. I like him. Space Engineer is good. He's a good guy. He doesn't afraid of anything. Hey, AJ. Could an aircraft carrier be the launch, catching, and landing pad too? Sure, Chris. Why not? An aircraft carrier would actually be pretty good for that. I think a roll-on, roll-off ship would probably be better because then you could like actually just pick the booster up on a transport stand, drive the transport stand up on it, pick the booster up, and bring it back. But once again, I'm really kind of wondering how the heck you're going to do all this. Why do they save the FTS before engine shutdown? Why not wait until engine cutoff until safing? David, they disable the FTS basically past the point of where the stage is going fast enough to where it would just re-enter and explode. That's why. There's no point in keeping it on for any longer. Like I said, it's past the point of where if something did go wrong, vehicle would just break up. It would just burn up in the atmosphere. Elon gonna start buying oil tankers for Starship. You're gonna start buying something, dude. So like Jacqueline was a good idea. I really would have loved to have seen Blue follow through with that. I really thought that was a good idea. Hang on, I'm talking to my uncle again. Was the 1972 Soviet Venus probe lander coming back been mentioned? Wait, what? I foresee a transport fixture that picks up on the catch points. Tell him I said hello. All right. Where do you think the first SpaceX starport will be? Starbase, man. 37 is going to make a great Starship pad. Yeah, I'd kind of hope they would retool 39A and they'd make 37 a Falcon 9 place, but it's fine. Cosmos 482 descent craft. Is it a failed Venus probe? I'm so confused. Oh. Cosmos 482 launched on the 31st of March, 1972 at 4:02 UTC. It was an attempted Soviet Venus probe which failed to escape low Earth orbit. It is expected to crash back to Earth sometime around May of 2025 between the 9th and 10th. Its landing module, which weighs 495 kilograms, is highly probable to reach the surface of Earth in one piece, as it was designed to withstand 300 Gs of acceleration and 100 atmospheres of pressure. Huh. Huh. Yo, let's go get it. The Russians, go get it. That'd be cool. Yep. Dibs! Dibs! The parachute might have deployed over the years, too. Well, it'd burn up in re-entry, but... Get your boats out, chat! The remaining two pieces are expected to re-enter sometime in the second week of May 2025, potentially the 9th or 10th of May, somewhere between 51.7 degrees north and south latitude. That's pretty cool, man. I hope Russia gets it back. Or somebody. That'd be pretty sick. I mean, there's a pretty wide track here. 51.6 degree incline. That pretty much could come down anywhere. Yeah, anywhere in like the populated world. That's the track. Something just pulled up next to us. Vampires. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Baron. Yeah. It could come down anywhere, dude. Do you think the Nova rocket will get an exception to the FAA regulation similar to Starships? Eventually may. Sure. Wait. The track comes over my house. So what if this massive thing lands on somebody's house? Well, Flykin, you ever seen Donnie Darko? No, too spoopy? A man in a rabbit suit shows up? Yeah. Hey guys, you want to see how not to use a telescoping crane? Yep, that's not how you do that. That's not how you do that. There's a guy on the tower right there. It looks like they snapped the boom. Yeet! Oh, that's so sus, dude. Yep. Okay. Yep, that's bad. It was the jib. Yeah, that's a lot of deflection, goalie. That's a lot of deflection. It's probably not good for it. What happens if it lands on your house? I don't know, bro. I don't know. We'll see. It's very unlikely that it will, but yeah, who knows? So the president will reveal the new air traffic control system on Thursday, and I'm hearing that SpaceX got a multi-billion-dollar contract to integrate Starlink into every ATC into America. Interesting. That is all on the tower people, not the crane company. Shatter, you find that pretty funny, huh? I heard you like cranes. Oh, yes. Yes. Speaking of how to actually use a crane, here, take a look. This was posted, yeah. This is, guy was allowed to post this. The guy works for the crane rigging company, works for Buckner. Take a look at this. There's your lifting plans for the Ulm. Should see this in the coming days. So the SPMTs are going to bring this thing in this way. 2 double freaking crawler cranes. 2 Liebherr 11,000s are going to pick this thing up and simultaneously extend it to put it on the hooks. Or put it on the pegs. That's crazy. That's a crazy lift, dude. Could I link this? Well, of course. That's awesome. Dude, I don't know how heavy that OLM is, but look at how far back the counterweights are on the 2 cranes. That's a lot of counterweight, and it's very far away from the pin of the crane. Pretty cool, man. Looks like it's at max weight configuration. It's definitely heavy. Could Starlink become a market rival to GPS? It's right now, it is a backup to it. Warhammer, yep. $85 feet on one, 98 on the other. I wonder why they're staggered like that, dudes. Why would they stagger the cranes? 1,100 tons, Paul. Oh my goodness. Webby was saying over 1,000. I'd believe it, dude. That thing is heavy. Center of gravity is off center. That makes sense. It's staggered because of the water deluge tanks. Yeah, that makes sense, dudes. Staggered because of tank fard. Oh. Yeah, you... yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is in the way, isn't it? Oh, my goodness. Here, do we have a live shot? There's a live shot. You don't want to put a crane on pipes either. Yeah. Yeah. Does it appear that they are lifting it from the hold down arms? Yep. Yes, they are. Well, the load is spread a little bit, but yes. How many SPNTs are under that thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At least I think I'm looking at that right. It might be more. There's a lot. Like I said, it would probably be three rows of SPMTs. Oh, look at that damn Ford, boy. That's a nice truck. I tell you what, get that piece of junk Chevy out of the dang way. 72 axles, Dean. Unreal, man. I could really do with one of those. The ramp on the back, that'd be really useful. I could put my poopy doopy cars on there. Read that from Ryan Hansen in his renders. It estimates around 1,200 tons. I think we may have seen that one yesterday, dude, but I'll look into it here. Yeah, we did. Look at this, man. Yeah, Ryan Hansen did an excellent render of this. It's beautiful. I welded some bracing today. Wowzers. Dude, that thing is a monster. Now build it in Satisfactory. So yeah, these are the plans for the crane lift, which is actually pretty cool. Ryan did a great job, man. He did a real good job. What do you make of the different diameter pipes feeding the deluge decks? Seems odd. I think they're probably going to different things, dude. It's some serious engineering, Jock. It's so damn cool. It's so freaking cool. Oh, buddy's got a fifth wheel. What has he got on board? I don't know. Whatever he's carrying is something heavy, though. I love refrigerators. Dude, look at it next to that damn truck. This thing is freaking massive. You should 3D print the trench. I know you have some fondness for mapping. The Kilauea volcano in Hawaii has a small lava lake that's going up and down in intervals of only a couple tens of minutes. It's fun to watch. Oh, neat, Ethereal. Hell yeah, man. That's cool. Looked like a wall mount HVAC system? Yeah, I'd believe that. On the probe return, this page has estimates and it's being updated periodically. Oh, cool. I'll keep that open, dude. Thank you. Why does Starbase not get a Libre 18K? I don't think they need one. Still wondering if they'll move it tonight. Maybe they're keeping that scaffolding there. There's guys getting ready. The driver with the high vis is getting ready. I'd say they're at least going to try. Nice van. The refrigeration cycle is over 100% efficient. Technology Connection taught me this, man. Dude, Technology Connection. I love that guy. That guy's the best. Das showed that guy to me, Ethereal. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Did you see the toaster? Have you watched the toaster video? Have you seen the toaster video? The toaster video, dude. So good. That dude's sense of humor is great. The toaster video! I've seen almost all of his videos. Yes, he's my favorite channel. Watch the Red Fridge video. Bro, I've seen the Red Fridge video. The video's so good. That guy's the freaking man, dude. You say the 19th for Flight 9? Yeah. Yeah, Technology Connections on YouTube, guys. It's an awesome channel. Watch the toaster video. Watch the toaster video. Trust me. More people coming to help. Well, what they're going to do is they're going to start planning for the lift here. Or for the move. These heat pump series are amazing. Isn't that cool, man? Yeah. Technology Connections is the man. That channel's fantastic. I think we got about an hour, guys. Well, we're at it. Practical? Of course, dude. I watch all those channels, man. Said toaster video. Thank you, Aqualex. I wonder if they link the SPMTs together. The SPMTs are like Legos, dude. Actually, they're more like Voltron spoiled. The more you hook up, the better it gets. Yeah, no, they so an SPMT is I think it's 6 axles, and you can link them together. And you have the power packs. See these things? These are power packs on the ends. Power pack can only power certain amounts of SPMTs, right? Like one power pack can do like 4 of them or something. So you have 3 rows of 4, right? You need 3 power packs, and then you can plug all the power packs together and control from one control board. Yeah, SPMTs are cool, man. You're young enough to understand the original Voltron. Yeah, of course. Well, the original Voltron isn't Voltron. It was an American production company got the rights to a Japanese anime and then redubbed it and called it Voltron and rewrote the stories. If anybody cares about that. I don't know why I know that information, but Ferd! Netflix changed it to a completely newer one. Netflix. I'm good. Just like the Power Rangers. Precisely. Diesel. Hey, turn off your brights, dude. Jeez. Hey, J-Shelf, you got your worm logo. 5 years of sub. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here, dude. And don't forget Samurai Pizza Cats. Oh, boy. We don't need any more of these. Yep. This, 20,000 watts. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this video. Yeah, this, dude, YouTube's amazing. There's so much good stuff. Thundercats, G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Da 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 da. What's the weather like there tonight? Boca looks pretty nice, pretty warm. I am Pokemon and Jackie Chan Adventures old. One more thing, Llama. One more thing. Johnny Quest. Thanks. Classic Hanna-Barbera, dude. Yeah, Tape, we heard about that. How good was Mighty Max, though? Mint. Why aren't we just losing planes like pennies in the street? It's 2025. What are you talking about, man? Arrestor failures happen all the time. That happens at least once a year,
Discovery,
dude.
go at throttle up.
Sometimes something breaks. Also, we're actually using the aircraft carrier to do things instead of just sailing it around. We're using it for combat sorties. Haven't done that in a little while. So, it's gonna, you know... These weren't arrestor failures. The one that happened today, Aqualux, that's from what I was reading from what chat linked a second ago, it said it was an arrestor failure and the pilot's ejected. At least they didn't touch the boats. The duckman, the fat duckman says do not touch the boats. Oh, today, never mind. Yeah, arrestor failure. 2 guys punched out. They got the bonus ride, dude. You know? You could snag first wire, second wire, third wire, fourth wire, or bonus wire. They got the bonus wire. What is that mint from? It's from a YouTube channel I watch, Flykin, called Zip Ties and Bias Plies. When a motor is idling and a diesel is idling and it's like, the guy's like, mint. Never touch our boats. Do not touch our boats. You watch Mr. Quackbang too? Of course I do. I'm actually a newer. That's newer for me. That Electrician, I only started watching him this year. But he's awesome. Great channel. So good, dude. That article says they missed the wire. Ooh. Mint. I watch a lot of YouTube, dudes. That's all I do. I watch YouTube and streams when I'm done. That Electrician is just like you, but a military nerd. The way he explains things is very similar to how I explain things. That's totally I didn't do that on purpose. What are we looking at here? This is the launch site. That's the gate. That's gate B. Willard dog. EJ, you're stunned. Yeah, tell me something I don't know, Indy. Tell me something I don't know. This so derelict production here. You know, thank you for staying in here and subbing in and keeping this crazy piss boat afloat here. Are you freaking stunned? Oh yeah, I'm wicked stunned, dude. Are you stunned? Oh yeah, you're stunned. Freaking stunned, dog. That makes no sense. If they missed a wire, they go full power in case they miss. Yeah, that's right. Spoiled, I don't know. Willard dog. Willard dog. See previous. What's on your mind, Dean? Why would they eject? They land at full throttle in case they miss the wires. Yeah, I don't know, dudes. I don't know the details to it. I don't think they would miss a wire. So missing a wire in carrier speak is called a bolter. The LSO would call a bolter if they miss the wire. So this sounds like an arrestor failure. That sounds like they snagged the wire, it snapped, and it slowed the plane down enough to where even at full throttle, you're gonna stall when you go over the deck, go over the end of the carrier, so you'd punch out. That sounds like arrestor failure. I've seen it, not in real life. I've seen videos of it. I've never seen that in real life. The steel cable flying around is enough to be like, yep, nope. Can you link to where he says it? I tried to look it up, but Danny's got a lot of videos. Any video about the Navy says don't. He always says it. It's a recurring thing. Don't touch the boats. Even if they bolted, wouldn't they rig the barricade? Not if they weren't expecting an emergency landing. If they didn't declare an emergency landing, Dean, they wouldn't put the arrestor up. They're like the net. And that unfolds in milliseconds. Yeah. Oh, mint. Oh, it's... Oh, you're talking about zip ties. Okay, hold on. Zip ties is the little out there, fellas, for the people that don't know. I believe this video right here, that one right there, when he has the Ford 9000, I think he does the mint thing. There you go. Zip ties is not for everybody. Let me put it that way. That guy is out there. Yeah, he's a good guy from Alberta, you know, good old Frostbakistan. Yep. It's either that or the sequel to that one, Flykin, the one that came right after. And even, yeah, so I don't know, guys. It sounds like an arrestor failure for that, for the plane that crashed today. I mean, that sucks, but hey, whatever. How are you more southerner than me? For a northerner, you seem pretty southerner. There are rural parts of the north, Graham. And for what it's worth, where I grew up, I never really fit in around. I like pickup trucks, NASCAR, and firearms. And things that shoot flames out the back. I never really fit in Boston. They're like, well, you know, lawyers. And I'm like, no, I'm going to go do burnout. Bye. You know. Rednecks are everywhere. Yep. Texas box watchers. Yep. We're just outnumbered. That's right. I like turning left in circles for long hours at a time. Yep. Toaster video is good. Toaster video's mint. Operation Praying Mantis is a great vid for don't touch our boats example. Thank you. Don't touch our boats. Andy, you're gonna blow it up. No, don't give it the sauce. You're gonna blow it up. Yeah, we'll wait it out, goalie. Hold on. What's going on with the two smaller cranes in the top right? They're doing something with the tank farm, man. 3 hours north or west of Boston might as well be Texas. That's correct. Dude, the old pinball machine is on another level, Micon, for technology connections. The old pinball machine. Who the hell thought of that? Bimetallic strip. They use bimetallic strips to basically create logic. Hardwired bimetallic strips. What the frick? How is that even? Who designed this? Do they ever go right for fun? Yes, sometimes, Tron, yes. Yeah, technology connections. Yeah, the pinball machine. The freaking pinball machine. It was so cool. Mechanical engineering folks went hard back then. Oh, so freaking sick. The wire harness for that pinball machine is more complicated than my stupid car. Drinking water. Is this a sign? Yeah, I'm gonna go get something to drink. Yeah, okay. I'll go get some drinking water. Strips relays and what's effectively a programming cam, but electrical instead. So smart, dude. How do you even think of that? Like, come on. How does that even happen? Hey guys. The back of the car is gone. The back of the car's gone. Forgot I did that. Whoa, that was weird. I walked out, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It's lighter now. Oh yeah. Well, did you find it? Yeah, it's on the floor. Who would have possibly done this? What happened to your car? I see that van? Somebody lives in that van. I cut the back out to fix it. It's rusty. See the rust? We have to fix the rust to. Is that where the rockets are gonna go? That would be pretty cool. Dude, we could fit 2 Rutherford engines in there. 2 Rutherfords. They'd fit. You know? Like, we would need a fuel tank. Work, man. It would work. We could do it. It would work. Yeah, they would fit. If you know Peter Beck wants to give me some of those, just, you know, let me know. Finally want to be Cletus. Yeah, no. Where's the locks going? We could just fit it in the trunk. There's plenty of space. Yeah, just put some Jado bottles on it. It'd be fine. What's up, Nader? Can almost guarantee it was an arresting gear failure. The only other option would be post-engagement hook failure. If he missed the wire, he would have just bolted and made another approach. The only other option I could see would be is if they missed the wire and had a bad approach, did a go-around, but sank low enough for an in-flight snag of the cable. It could have damaged the bird enough to necessitate ejection, but it would be extremely unlikely. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Dude... Partial snag, something broke after you snagged it. That's like, yeah, you wouldn't eject. Like, they're not gonna punch out. They're not gonna punch out on a bolter. No way. The Navy wouldn't let you near a carrier if you got cold feet like that, dude. What is this, Baron? Soyuz 5 with an RD-171MV. Whoa, what the heck is this thing? What is that? Did I just see EJ in shorts? Yeah, so? That's Soyuz 5. Huh. Interesting. It looks like it's missing the LOX tank. The Soyuz 5 first stage dynamic test article was shown. Yeah, you're missing some pieces. The engines are from 1988. That's an MV. No, it's not. It's a modernized variant. That's what that means. MVDI. So rocket engine 171 modernized variant. Modernitsa variation. I don't know how to say variation in Russian. What's the difference of this and a Zenit in power? The MV makes a little bit more than the Zenit. Excuse my ignorance. What car was that? The blue one, Niroku? It's a 69 Coronet. It's a Dodge. And it's rusty, like a Dodge. We'll fix it, though. I think that old man car needs suspenders to hook up the head. Tell me, Hired. What is a Doronet? What is a Dopanet? Is this picture AI? It tried. It tried. Yeah, Ethereal. Technology. TC, he's cool, man. Look at that thing, huh? Huh. You know, the Soyuz 5 reminds me of this. Atlas 5 wide body. The things we could have had with Atlas 5, Baron. Could have had, man. Yeah, they're definitely... Guys, check it out, dudes. The sheriffs and the load indicator people are all here. And they're all driving crappy Chevy trucks. They're definitely going to move this thing. Could they get them nozzles any closer? Sure, but it's all one engine. Where are the Ferds? I don't know, probably off doing work. I will say that 2500, the 2500 right there is a nice looking truck. I will say that. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I just tried to reach up and over to grab the part of my old chair, Marcus. The Marcus chair. I just tried to reach for it. It's not there. Are they driving to the levee? No, they're driving to the Rio Grande. And the Rio Grande is not dry right now. Marcus is the shop chair now, Bryn. He's in the shop. Don't worry, he's not dead. The levee breaks, I had no place to go. Well, look at this thing. Dude, some lifted GMT 800 action right there. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Now, that's a nice truck. I like that thing. The lights could be brighter. Is it a cat eyes? Hard to say. It's just Darwinism, Ram. Don't worry about it. People that drive around squatted trucks just, you know, are asking themselves to be removed from the gene pool. It's fine. Let them do their thing. Just stay away. Cat eyes, that's funny. We called it the Wow Now hood. I worked at the plant that made the 800s for years. Bob, I love my Fords. Chevy made the best truck of the early 2000s, by a long shot. Ford made the best truck in the 90s. But GMT 800s are unmatched in terms of just being able to just beat the crap out of those trucks. Those trucks can take a whooping, and they don't care. For a second, I thought that was an Avalanche in the middle. I think that's a Ford with the weird root back rack on it. Speed limit is still 10 miles an hour. Yeah. Nah, GMT 800s. I would take a GMT 800 over a 10th generation F series. Screw 10th gen F series. Screw that. No. Man, those F-150s are nice. The Aero style was a train wreck, dude. Triton engines suck. I'm saying that as a Ford guy. Triton engines are garbage. Garbo, dude. Give me my push rods back. You linked that yesterday, Graham. and then said, "Oh, I hope I don't get timed out," and I didn't time you out. The Lightning was a good-looking truck. Yeah, I'll go with that, Bill, and that's about it. I just, the 10th gen just didn't do it for me, dude. How much money will the Starbase Police make in traffic tickets? Oh, I don't know. I think we used to be able to fit a 9.9 liter marine-rated V8 to a Suburban 2500 back in the day thanks to Lingenfelter. We used to be a country, Storm. We used to be a country. Isn't the truck in the background a Raptor? So, that's a Silverado. That's a Silverado. That's a GMC. That's another Silverado. And that's an F-150, I think. The tail lights making it look like an F-150. I don't see a Raptor here, dudes. I do like that GMC 2500, though. That's a nice car. Or nice truck. What engine's in the 08 Mustang? It's a 4.63 valve, dude. When Ford separated the 150s from the 250s and the 350s. Yeah, I think that was stupid. I never liked that decision. But clearly it was the right decision because Ford sells a lot of F-150s, man. How much money... Okay, all right. The Ford Super Duty trucks had frame issues in the 90s. There were no Super Duty trucks in the 90s. Except for... Well, that's not entirely true. Dean, there were Super Duty trucks from 97 to 2000. Well, 98 technically. I don't like those trucks. Those trucks are caca. Caca. No good. The box body Fords from 1980 to 1997 are the best trucks. That's my all-time favorite. That might be a TRD in the center. Yeah, maybe. There's another Silverado right there. There's a 3500 right there. It's 3500 with a flat box on the back. That's the Raptor that I said. Oh, okay. There's an F-150. Quad cab short box, though. Hey, Nervous, this looks like a section of the USS George Washington they are dismantling nearby. I think it's the Kennedy that's out there that they're dismantling in Brownsville, dude, but yeah. Chevy that just went past, that's the 900. It's a nice truck, man. You're repairing floor pans and cab supports in an 89 F-350 at work. Road salt kills. Yeah, Bill, freaking tell me about it, dude. The back of this thing looks like the damn Titanic. This is a New Hampshire car, man. Spent its whole life in New Hampshire. Until 2013, basically. What the heck happened to that car, Rudy? So you remember when the Booster 7 downcomer decided to downcomer int and they needed to take it apart and fix it? That something like that, but swap out the meat with rust. Honestly, prior to Raptor and the upcoming Zenith and Andromeda, the coolest engine ever. Developments are mostly Soviet. Our only engine that really beat the Soviets was the RL-10. Bro, the shuttle engine. What are you talking about? The RS-25, man. Hey, Snackless, what's going on? So, guys, we're a little ways out from a OLM lift, but we think they're gonna move that thing tonight. The car had a partectomy performed today. Yep. Don't remind me the Booster 7 downcomer. I didn't sleep for 2 days straight because it almost broke you. Yeah. Well, I got to fix all the rust in there, Rudy. That's why the car's in pieces. The stream is turning into a truck watch. We should set up a cam up on the intersection of real life, just comment on all the vehicles going by. Sorry. Nice, you got the back off. Had to head to bed when you started the car stream. Yep. There's the illumination lights. That's gonna illuminate the road front and back when they go to move it. They're definitely gonna move this thing, dude. Finals week snack list, nice. They're gonna move it. Yeah, that's why I'm here, dudes. Oh, I'm ready, man. It's going to the pad tonight. What are we looking at here? That's Pad B's orbital launch mount, dude. They're gonna move it today. How fast will it move? 3 to 4 miles an hour, maybe. Wasn't there a question on whether it could fit through the gate? I really hope somebody measured that, Nervous. Yeah, that's right, Gaw. How heavy is it? I would guess over 1,000 tons. Lift tomorrow? The cranes don't seem to be in position just yet for a lift, Dean, so I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow. It could. I thought this was employee housing the whole time. Wait, what? Not as heavy as your mom. Oh! What about the trailer cam? Will it survive? Yeah. The apartment building is coming soon. Huh? Oh, alright. You're gonna roll 35 back to Massey's later this week. Work is mostly done on it. We had a small observation, but it's nothing major. We're gonna roll booster 12 not long after. You had a small observation on ship 35? That's what you call that? When did you get a pink Chevy truck? Wait, what? Who the hell is that? That's not me. Who the hell is it? Who the hell is that? Who is this? That's not me. What the hell? And why do I got a Panthers logo? This is ridiculous. And that's not a Chevy. I don't know what that is. The Patriots is the Patriots drunk. That's CJ. Yeah. Jeez. So, Rudy, what else did you say? We're going to roll Booster 12 not long after. Booster 12, huh? Don't get me wrong, the RS-25 is an engineering marvel, but the RD-0120... The 0120 is a piece of doo-doo compared to a shuttle motor. What are you talking about? The Marvin and the Buckner are close to where they need to be. They're not exactly lined up next to each other for what we saw from the plans, dude. That's just what I'm basing it off of. Speaking of trucks, how's Bluefus doing? Any more cab leaks? Ernok, it's parked on the hill, so no, it's not leaking. It's parked by the shed, so it's kind of tilted down forward, so all the water just drains off the front. No cabs leaks. I actually checked today, dude. The reason why I checked today is because, here, let me show you. I went and got this because I was like, I wonder if that thing is down in there. Sheriff? Oh, yep. Sheriff showed up in the Tahoe. How long does it take to move a crane? Dean, it depends on how much counterweight it has. The crawlers, you're not going to move it very much. But we could still see it lift tomorrow. They could move the crane overnight. EJ, apparently the 68 four-door had the side vents. Really? Ah. Really? Huh. At least one of them does. See, Mutter, now I'm looking around. Frick! Well, we're just gonna... Damn it! Alright, I want side vents, okay? I want side vents. For the life of me, I cannot find mint. I don't know where it is, man. It's in one of his videos, okay? Down in front, you're covering up the trucks. Sorry. Missed the Ferd? Ferd? Oh, I see it right there. Nice. Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of your own actions. It's fine. It's fine. I'm putting the side vents on if we have to buy quarters, dudes. We're doing that. Oh, yeah. We're getting the quarters. We're putting the side vents on. Screw that. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. Absolutely. And the side vents do look thick. They look really good. And you know what else looks good? No trim. The car looks really nice with no trim on the side. Yeah, that looks sweet without any trim down there. I really like that. I really like the clean look. Did you say you want a 454? No, I didn't. In fact, I've never said that ever. 440, but we got the Hemi for it, so we'll make the Heavy do good things. Booster 12 will do some testing. Booster 14 won't roll until Ship 35 testing is accepted. Interesting, Rudy. They have to lift the OLM up to get it up off the supports. When do you think they'll start that process? Mustang. Flat plane crank all day. What's that, Baron? It's a 66. 66 is a little... The 66 is a little different. They're nice cars, man. Chrysler was cooking in the late 60s, dude. The SBMTs can lift it up off of its posts, guys. They got vent windows, Bob. Check Discord. I sent you something that would work for a mobile launch tower. Oh, that would be something, Trey. That would be something, dude. They're lowering torsion springs, dude. Just turn the bolts in the lower control arms, dude. You can lower it. The car looks stupid on 18-inch wheels. It looks dumb. Yeah, that may have not been a flat plane, dude. It was definitely a Coyote engine. Okay, Trey, do it. But yeah, Ernock, I haven't fired up Lufus in a little while. Don't have to do that. I know it'll just fire right up, dude. Have you thought about what wheels you'd get for the crew cab Charger? I want Mopar police rims for it, guys. Mopar police rims. Look it up. I really urge you to check the new Booster V2 testing platform at Massey's. It's a work of art. All right. Those are Mopar police wheels. Yeah, there's a Mustang. You got a Dodge Dakota right there. Oh boy. Looks like it's missing some parts up at the front. Police rims, Dean. Police rims are basically a better Steely. And the police rims come in 15x8, so you could put a big tire on them. Straight mint, wintergreen? What do you mean, did I? Oh, look at the dually. Oh. Oh. Dude, that thing is freaking gigantic. Oh, good, Deadeye. I'll time it out, dude. Dude, they're raising it. They're raising it. There it goes. They raised it off the pegs. Whoa. Look. Watch right here. It's here. Let me back it up. Dude. SPMTs don't screw around. Right. Lord Padby. How heavy do you think those stands are? Probably way more than the car in my garage, Mutter. The dually. Look at the dually, boy. Oh, that's a nice truck, boy. I tell you what. And there's the Tesla Model Egg going by. Oh, it's moving. Oh, man. Mikey, what are we watching? That's Starship's second launch pad at Boca Chica. That's the launch mount. It weighs 1,000 tons. We're just seeing it move. Just seeing it. They're moving it out to the pad, dude. What the hell, man? How many SPMTs does it have under it? I think you have 3 rows of 4 SPMTs and 3 power packs, Aqualex, I think. Three rows of 6. If they're 4-tired SPMTs and not if they're 4-axle SPMTs and not 6-axle SPMTs, yeah, Jockey, you're right. It would be 3 rows of 6, which would total 18. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that freaking piece of equipment. And there's a guy on a skateboard. Hey, do an ollie. 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 All right, fine. Just keep skating by. Whatever. I'm more impressed that the wood can handle that weight. Yeah, right. You've got to be crap. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be Polar. No! No, not like this. Not like this. There's no way this is happening. Go! Get out of the way! That's pretty funny, man. Is that potable water? I think it's potable water. He's not load indicating, so it's probably water. Dude. That guy's like, oh, dude, look at the thing compared to the damn semi. It's freaking huge. Three SPMTs, each has 24 wheel sets. Each wheel set is 4 tires, so 288 wheels. It's crazy, man. Can you talk DOS into installing loudspeakers at the camera sites? How do you know we don't already have those? Bum 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 bum. The guy in front is controlling it with the orange remote. Yeah, it's a little, it looks like a briefcase. Like he has a backpack, like a forward-facing backpack with a couple of joysticks on it. Yeah, that dude over there on the left, he's driving it. Dun, 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 dun. Get the frick up. Bum, 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 bum. Simon says, get the frick up. Bum, 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 bum. I opened the stream to see EJ beatboxing. Do you not see what's happening right now? Look at that freaking thing. It's gigantic. My God, Drew, you seeing this thing? Look at that freaking thing, dude. That's awesome. Oh, this is great. Duncan, the flight controllers in the bunker playing music from the bunker over the PA is always funny. Nice, man. Any idea where it's going? It's going to the launch pad, Willie. It's probably about 2 miles that way. Holy jeez. Oh, look at that nice Ford, but seriously, that truck needs to get out of the way. I feel the urge to yell, Utidi! Utidi! Filthy creatures. Oh my word. That is insane. Do they have to obey the stop sign? Maybe? SPMTs, guys, make a little buzzing noise, like a zzz. That's the noise they make. They're hydraulic. They're diesel hydraulics. Yeah, actually, thanks, Scully. Yeah, here. This is the, that's it. That's the thing you use to control the SPMT. It's just a little box. That little freaking thing, and you kind of have suspenders that hold it, like, right in front of you. That little thing is moving that whole thing. Oh, my word. Yeah, also the SPMTs are self-leveling, if you notice, dudes. The wheels down in front are lower than the wheels in the back because it's going down a little hill right now. Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. So the SPMT sounds like EJ sneezing. Yeah. Is NSF like not streaming this or something? Huh. That's weird. What's the miles per gallon on those? If you have to ask, you probably can't afford it. Actually, I mean, to be honest, diesel hydraulic, it's probably not bad for owning. It's probably not as bad as you might think. The NSF stream starts at 10. Kevin said they're coming, but SBL for now. Dude, look at him bow. Holy crap, that thing is heavy. Look at it's bending the damn SPMTs. Whoa, dude. Yeah, NSF's gonna go live when the road closure happens, but they missed this. This is sick. I've never seen a bent SPMT. Yeah, that's the first time. There's the driver. Boom. What's up? What's up, killer? How many rows of wheels is that? We have 3 rows of... What is it? 3 rows of 6? 6 SPMTs per row. Each SPMT has 4 axles. Dude, that thing is freaking gigantic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've decided you want to be an SPMT driver for SpaceX. Oh, okay, Trey. Hope the road's good. Yeah, me too, Mutter. Can we get those 3 to drag race? I don't... No? Have you seen this many before? This is by far and away one of the biggest things that SpaceX has ever moved. Heaviest, too. Oh, nice truck. One thing's for sure, we're finding the soft spots. Yeah, I hope they compacted this road down good, man. The burnout would be crazy. Nice. Hey, outdoorsman, I'm great. Look at that freaking thing, dude. Look at that freaking thing, man. Highway 4 is going to be struggling. It's going to be struggling. If they haven't before, they will have now. No, otters. I want to see what whistling would do to an SBMT. Oh, gosh. NSF's going up now. Yeah, okay. If it gets stuck, what's the over-under on saying, frick it, we'll just build the pad here? Yes? Jono, you ventured out of Twitch. What's up, man? Asphalt roads like to squish and fracture under high loads. Yeah. 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 It's on concrete. It looks like it's on concrete slabs right. Well, I've stood right where those guys are standing. It's on concrete slabs right now. This is asphalt though. Outdoorsman, you just joined. You got done with your second job for the summer through early fall job. Nice. To think this still only weighs about a fraction of what a fully loaded Starship stack weighs at liftoff. You guys want to hear something crazy? That's about 1,000 tons, right? The space shuttle fully fueled on the pad was 2,000 tons. That weighs half as much as a space shuttle stack. Just thought I'd let you know. What the actual frick? That is a big piece of equipment, man. How does SBMT propulsion work? They're not electric motors, Max. They're hydraulic. It's a diesel hydraulic. You have your 3 power packs. See these things up front? There's diesel generators in there. Those generators are turning a hydraulic fluid impeller. And yeah, there's a hydraulic reservoir in here. So it's hydraulics to move the axles up and down, and they're hydraulic motors. The hydraulic motors have is a motor. It looks kind of like an electric motor almost, right? So you have a housing, and you have an axle that floats inside, right? And high pressure hydraulic oil comes in and turns a fluid impeller, and that's what turns the wheels. And then there's a return line that goes back to the power pack. Yep. It's like a big power steering pump, dude. Yeah, they're diesel hydraulic. Really cool, actually. The ML and the space shuttle weighed 5,000 tons. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Cool, I didn't know that. Dude, SBMTs are cool, man. Yeah, Lisa. Mm-hmm. High pressure. Waiting for a car to drive by. I didn't see a car. Didn't see no car drive by. Would suck if the hydraulics sprung a leak. That happens. SPMT, SMTP, is this why my email's slow? Yes, yes. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Doesn't it also pull up some of the wheels similar to dump truck? Well, okay, so each SPMT has 2 trucks on either side. There's 2 trucks. Each one of these has a motor, right? See the 2 sets of wheels right here? Those 2 sets of wheels have 1 motor in them. But they're also on like a control arm, so the wheel is right here, right? If we're looking at it from the side, the wheel's right here, and the arm can do this, right? So the wheels can go up and down. Think like kind of like landing gear. You can retract the wheels. And then on top of that, the wheels on an SPMT have 180 degrees of motion. So the wheels can turn left to right, they can go up and down, and they can go forward and back. And each SPMT has a bunch of axles on it, right? And then what you do is you couple them together, you link them together like kind of like a train locomotive, like train cars almost, and then you connect the hydraulic lines between each SPMT. The power pack can power a certain amount, right? And you need 3 power packs for each row. And that should be enough to get this thing to move. Is Jack out there tonight? I don't know. Maybe. I know this, but you're explaining a way I understand. Mike, that's what made the stream good, dude. A lot of you guys haven't seen it. Are these SBMTs new when SpaceX started to use them? They've been around for a little while, Joe. Yeah. I just know a lot about them because I kind of have to. I think these things SPMTs are so cool. They're used all over the place in heavy industry. Oh, there we go. Hear the hydraulic? They make a little whirring noise. That's the hydraulic motors going. That's Bubba right there. What the frick? What the frick? What the frick? That thing is freaking huge! Right? Roman numeral, dude. I'm like, okay. That's quite large. Dude, it's like a 3-story building. Maybe a 2-story building. But still! Do we know what this is yet? That's the launch mount, dude. Starship's gonna attach to that thing. Why is he turning right? I can drive a pallet jack pretty good. I don't know about this. Nervous? Are you forklift certified? Dude, look at the freaking hardware, man. They might be, he might be turning right to go the other way down the road, so these are facing backwards. Oh, no, he's straightened out. I'm certified to lift a fork. Oh, dude, me too. High five. The motors, the power packs are usually in the back. Why not just build it in place? There's a big trench underneath it, Niroku. They dug a huge flame trench underneath it. You can't build it on top of the flame trench while they're digging the flame trench. So they built this thing at the same time that they dug the flame trench, and now the flame trench is finished, and now they're gonna, probably tomorrow or the day after, they're gonna lift this damn thing up and put it on top of the trench. Holy balls, dude. Those SPMTs are doing work. I want to see him parallel park it at the north end. That's the sound of a lot of hydraulic motors working in unison. That's the driver's seat right there, by the way. Oh, Lord, he coming! How heavy are super heavy boosters compared to this? About a third of the weight of that, or mass. What's up, bro? It is, SPMTs can zero turn. Man, yeah, 180 degree steering lock to lock on those wheels. And those wheels do not have air in them, they're solid rubber. Because if you had air in the tire, it would just squish. Oh my god. Oh yeah, she can crab. It can, yeah, you can go any direction with SPMTs. You can go that way, you can go this way, you can go that way, you can go forward, back, left, right, up, down. So that right there is a pilot dowel. They probably have a piece. See, that's only there to align all the bolt holes. There's probably a piece on the legs when they go to drop this thing down that thing is gonna, that sword looking thing on the left is gonna pick up on. Dude, look at how thick that damn steel is. See, there's your hydraulic. Those are the hydraulic connections. Dude, that steel is this thick. That's crazy. Aaron with a $5 super chat over on YouTube's. Thank you very much. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. She thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Zoom out, perhaps? Thicker than a Snicker? I'm glad there's a noise gate. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Yep. All the scaffolding is still in on the center. It's not safe to be sitting under it. No, I'm good, Cody. We're good. I got this high vis thing. So see, now it's safe. Now it's safe. You know, it adds. Put a hard hat on? Nah, I got a thick skull. It's okay. Day 676 of asking for YouTube membies. I've been only streaming for 400. Dino. No, we should be good. I got the AdSense stuff figured out, dude. The next thing is membies. Hard hat won't help. Yeah, you get caught. You get caught without wearing a hard hat here. They scoop your brains out with a goddamn soup ladle. Yeah, so that's a pilot dowel to make sure all those bolts line up for when they go to actually attach that. Oh my goodness. What the heck, man? Here, let me move out of the way. It's moving pretty fast for how heavy it is. Well, hydraulics. That's the power of hydraulics, baby. Might trim a few bushes along the way. You're right, dude. They're gonna yell at that guy for getting too close. His balls are so big, he walks funny. How many people operate the SBMT? Just one. One guy. It's the guy with the... That guy right there. He's driving it right there. Oh, yep, Van, you weren't kidding. NSF usually have high vis on. That guy's not NSF. I don't know who that is. I'm surprised the sheriff hasn't yelled at that dude yet. Look at the size of that damn thing. I'm surprised that the SPM tree driver isn't out front, walking backwards the whole way. Well, he has a lot of spotters, dude. I guess it's really up to the guy. You can pretty much be wherever you want. How does this compare to the crawler transporter? It's about a quarter of the size. Yeah, about a quarter. I wouldn't want to be walking backwards controlling that. Yeah, me neither, Mutter. I would be pretty much exactly where that dude is. If I couldn't be there, I'd want to be up on the top, but I'm pretty sure that's out of the question. What are they moving? That's the orbital launch mount, Cake. That's the OLM. It weighs 1,000 tons, dude. And then just don't mind the SPMT op. The guy's just casually, he's just casually driving it down the road. The control won't go that far? Ah, okay. It's about a quarter of the size of SLS's launch deck, guys. About of the ML. Apparently steel is around $924 per metric ton. So almost $1 million in steel alone. It's nuts, dude. It's crazy, Mutter. The box is only talking to one power pack and the two others are connected by cable. Okay. Here, goalie. Jump into mod, the voice in mod chat. Mod voice. You're in mod cord, right? Which Graham are you betting on to win the race to Graham Moon KSP? Predominant. No? Alright. Give me 1 second. We'll go on Discord Prime then. Well, hey buddy. You there?
Hold up. What up?
So, you know, I know a guy who knows a guy that tells me that you've driven one of these before.
A few times.
Yeah? So you were saying that control box, what's the range on one of those control boxes, goalie?
It's not very far. Typically you can go up to about 100 feet.
30 meters, guys. Any space news? Nah, not at all. That's a nice toter home right there, though. Who was my favorite for the Derby? I wanted American something or other to win. The horse is going off at 11-1, but Sovereignty winning is pretty cool too. It's wireless, right, goalie?
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of diesel engines do those power packs have in them?
Good God.
It's got to be like a Cummins generator, right? Like it's not.
I believe it's Cummins.
Nice. Did I comment on the GTA 6 trailer? I've looked through a little bit real quick at the beginning of this stream, Jojo. That was like 12 hours ago.
It also depends on where they're from. Some of them,
Yeah.
Some of these are made in Germany, so they could have Mercedes.
Ew. Speaking of the Derby, the train went through my town on the 4th. Neat. I'll look to the VOD to see what you had to say. Jojo, I didn't watch it with any sound, dude. Maybe I'll give it a more detailed go through, like, tomorrow for Space News, dude. I just kind of buzzed through it real quick. That's Starbase Live. That isn't Goalie. Goalie is not depressurizing, I don't think. Has driven them, as in the type or the ones belonging to SpaceX? I don't know. Goalie, have you driven those SPMTs that are on the screen right there?
Not those ones, no.
No, not those ones. Dama, they're moving the OLM. Hi, by the way. What's up, man? What's the biggest thing you've moved on an SPMT, goalie?
On record or off record?
On record. Jeez.
So let's see. $1.2 million.
Jeez. And this stuff is streaming the OLM if you want full screen rather than split screen. Something is depressurizing. Yeah, here, I'll swap it out, thank you. What does goalie do? Methane, goalie lifts things. Let's just say he's the reason why I like cranes so much.
So a typical power pack, in a line, you can put it in as many lines as you want. You could go around the world if you wanted, and it'll move it.
Crazy.
Typically, one power pack is good for about 500,000 pounds. The ones that they have here that you see on the screen, they're roughly 480,000 pounds per power pack.
Wow. So yeah, well, yeah, that's enough, right? So methane, Goalie's a crane operator. And I'm not talking like, you know, he can go down to the Home Depot and rent a crane and use that. Like, no. Like that Liebherr 11,000 that's at the pad, you could operate one of those, right, Goalie?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my typical, I call it daily driver, I run a 165 ton Grove. The biggest hydro I've ever ran is a 700 ton DMAG, and the biggest crawler that I've ever worked on is actually a LR 11,000. Won't say for who, but I guarantee you guys have seen that crawler in pictures.
Is the crane black by any chance?
It could be.
Goalie lifts things. Let me put it that way. It's a German diesel engine on these SPMTs. Yeah, it should be a Cummins. Did he ride the crane to the grocery store? I don't think. I mean, that Grove that he was talking about, Derek, you could probably drive that to the grocery store. You might. I don't know if you're gonna find a parking space though.
I have gone to hotels in it.
You could lift the grocery store and the hotel. Well, you probably put like an AC conduit, like an air conditioner, like on top of a hotel, right? He wasn't driving the crane that dropped the scaffolding earlier, was he? Nah. Take it through the McDonald's drive-thru. I don't think the Grove could fit through the McDonald's drive-thru, homie. What's that truck moving? He's indicating 1972. 72 is nitrogen. 77 is methane.
I wouldn't say that. I've dropped a few things.
Oh yeah? You ever drop a transmission though? Yeah, didn't think so.
Possibly.
Oh no. No. Did you do it in front of the entire internet?
No.
In his truck? That transmission dropped itself, geek.
Hey. That is a great truck. I'm creeping up. I'm at 199,000 miles.
Sure. At least Goalie didn't destroy people in Milwaukee in 1999. Nah, the Big Blue. Yeah, that was a dumb thing to do.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was really stupid. Is this Jack? Does Jack have a... Is Jack in the convoy here with the truck? Big Blue. Yeah, it was a... Big Blue was a lattice crawler crane. A Manitowoc, if I'm remembering correctly. It's the NSF truck. Come here often? Yeah. And guy was they were trying to lift something heavy. I forget what they were trying to lift. And it was too windy. And none of the operators would lift it because it was too windy. And then the owner of the company's like, fine, I'll do it myself. And then he went to lift it. And the wind blew the crane over while it was hoisting something and killed a lot of people. Yeah. Great. Moral of the story. If the operators say don't lift it because it's too windy, you probably shouldn't lift it. Cranes don't do very well if they deflect in either direction, especially a lattice crane. You're in the Star Factory windows to the left. Oh, wave. Jackery, hello from your new home. Hey, man.
Yes. Yeah, it was rough.
So did Goalie theoretically help take apart a tall building that is now half apart with holes in it? No. No, Trey, he didn't.
No, if I was doing it, it'd be done by now.
Damn. Called out. Mutter, that's awesome. That picture of the train.
Not this year. Last year's race I did.
Dude, that thing's almost at the end of Star Factory. That thing's hauling. S, am I looking at that right? Is it towards the end? It's a beautiful shot, by the way. Maybe go back to the split view. Dude, I can't believe how freaking large that thing is. Look at it compared to the truck. Don't move the camera when you... There you go. What is the world's largest crane? Ooh. I think there's a barge crane that can actually just lift a boat out of the water. It's like a big... Here, hold on.
Well, it depends on what you're asking. There's different types. Like there's cranes that are on boats. They can lift thousands and thousands of tons, metric tons. There's ringers. Mammoet just built a new one. It's I think 6,000 metric tons.
That's insane. Here, how's this? Is that a big enough crane? That one's AI generated. Hold on. There's a real video of that.
Yeah, look up SK6000. That's their newest one.
How's that? That one's pretty big. It's a pretty big crane. It's pretty cool, right? How do you determine the weight and balance of a load before lifting it? Goalie?
It all depends. A lot of time it depends. Like small stuff, it's guesswork. But when you're talking something like that, picking up a boat or what they're about to do with this OLM, there's going to be engineers involved. There's going to be lift designers. So they will go and they will form what's called a lift plan. And it's going to break it down to what rigging you need, how heavy the rigging is. You got to put all this into effect. What the ground bearing pressure is going to be. There's so for like this here, they've been engineering and coordinating with this lift months and months in advance.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
Yes, they do. Well, it's not scale, it's pressures. It has pressure sensors.
Hey, could that crane lift that ship out of the water with a counterweight, or does it have does the surface tension of the water help or something? It's counterweighted, dude. They're if I'm remembering right, they're dropping counterweights into the water. If I'm remembering that right.
Some of them boats actually flood their holes.
Yeah,
They've
ballast.
got ballast tanks.
Yeah. They're using ballast. Got it. No way. The OLM has a heart drawn on the side that says "Stack me." Oh no. Look, see? Stack me. Oh god. This company's the best, man. It's pretty funny. It's a Valentine's candy. They're a little late, but alright. Any new estimation on the Starship launch date? I'm thinking probably the 19th, 20th, 21st, chicken head. Stack me, maybe? Needs a this way up sticker. I agree with that, Wasp. That would have been awesome. How does the OLM weigh 1,100 tons? Last time I checked, I saw things carrying the block's maximum weight. TX thought is 30 tons, which was carrying 3 axle. I recall correctly, 22 blocks adds up to 660 tons. It's thick. It's solid steel. That's how it does it. That's why it's so heavy.
That wasn't a sticker. That was like a necklace. It was moving in the wind.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was just me being tired or not. Oh, yeah, the ring crane, dude. The ring crane is crazy. It's awesome. If it goes on the 21st, I can't. I'm gonna cover it here, guys. I'm not going down. Not going down this time. Oh yeah, it is moving. I see it. Yeah, dude. Lifting things is cool, man. It's cool. It's cool being able to have that kind of power. Just moving something like that. Give me a freaking break, dude. He's not going down. That means Starship won't run. Why you gotta do me like that? So it'll have a chance for making display in both chats? Really, guys? Really? Every time you've gone down, it's exploded. What about Flight 1? It's my fault. And I hope this thing blows up again, damn it. Thoughts on if I should put a 3.0 Baby Max in a square body Chevy? Yes, do it. What have we learned today? We can absolutely build the pyramids if we wanted to. Now it will really be your fault. Man. I'll coin it the EJ Sniper theory. Oh. What's happening here? That's the OLM, the orbital launch mount, Jesse. 1,000 tons of metal being moved down the road from the build site to the pad. The thing is not small. Daniel, you see the NOTAMs from the 9th to the 22nd. It's the later, I'd say 19th, 20th, 21st at this point in time, guys. I'd love to spec a cam for it. It would be kind of awesome. All right. We'll talk later, my friend. Also, to those who said it wouldn't fit in the gate area, don't be surprised if they cut some of the gate off. Also, just to make Crispy mad. May 20th. Oh. There you go. Must be one hell of a road to handle that much weight. They redone the road, Geek, from basically the pad all the way to Massey's. The road is redone with a 12-foot subgrade, so it can handle the heavy weight. Highway 4 from Massey's to Brownsville, though, still the original road. Remember when I said that Brownsville is not nice to vehicles? There you go. Highway 4 will destroy a car. We're talking Michigan Road bad. Yeah, they haven't redone Highway 4 from Massey's to Brownsville. The road, dude, the potholes in that road look like artillery shells went off.
Oh, yeah. It kills our stuff.
Yeah. Are you feeling sorry? Response to you talking about personal sorry, TMI. What do you mean, Blackman? Don't worry about it. I wouldn't mention it if it was too personal, dude. I'm very, very particular about that. Time to start driving trophy trucks over there. Or old cars with truck suspension. Just saying.
Mobile crane would be anything that drives on the road. So some of these cranes need assist cranes to help, because if you got like on the hydros, if you got like super lift, which is the big wings that fan out on the boom, you need a crane for that. And when you're putting in luffer, those cranes can't build themselves, so you do need an assist crane for that.
I want to see you drive that off-road at 80 miles an hour. Yeah, no, I don't think it could do that. If you were I thought you were talking about Highway 4. You'll drive down Highway 4. It'd be a little bumpy, but it'd be all right.
No, it's not a mobile crane.
The Liber 11,000 count as mobile. No, it's a crawl. That's a lattice crawler. Lattice cranes need to be, they can't be moved in one piece. You got to take them apart. That's why it's called lattice, because you can configure it. By the way, Briatore is Alpine's principle with immediate effect. Briatore? Alright. Huh. Flavio freaking Briatore. What the hell? Are you serious? Okay. I thought he was banned from F1. Dude, look. What a monster. Why isn't all the scaffolding removed? My guess would be that there's still some stuff to do, and they decided to move it. He was, yeah, I guess so. Scaffolding will provide access for further installation processes. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's not completely assembled yet, dudes. Do you think they will wait to attempt the first ship catch until they first launch from Pad B? It's hard to say. Since catching Super Heavy is proven, I'm thinking it would be safer to catch Super Heavy with Tower B and attempt to catch the tower with Ship A. As far as I knew, dude, what SpaceX tentatively wanted to do, and this is probably outdated information at this point, what SpaceX tentatively wanted to do was, they wanted to launch from A, catch the booster at A, and then catch the ship at B. Assuming it's moving at 1 kilometer an hour, it has 50 kilojoules of kinetic energy. Resi, I think we're going probably at least 5 kilometers an hour here. I'm serious. Look at Jack driving the truck. Yeah, dude, look at that thing is moving. Look at the size of that damn freaking piece of equipment. I was about to swear, I'm not gonna lie. Gage is driving? Oh, okay. Well, that's cool too. It has 1.1 megajoules of energy moving at 5 kilometers an hour. Holy crap, dude. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of power, man. Do they have permission to fly over land for a ship catch? No, I wouldn't right now, Katra, no. What's in there? It's the launch mount unused. Yeah, that's the launch mount. So what's in there? It's a gigantic circle. And a bunch of hold down points to hold the rocket to the pad before they let it go.
What are you talking about? Not normal. This is normal.
The scaffolding won't be there in the final design. Like when it's on the pad, no. Just got back in. Yeah, Element, it's out. Interesting, Kuro. Yeah, I can see it. What's in there is SpaceX's hopes and dreams. It's the actual square hole. Look at the dude walking next to this thing. Look at the freaking size of that thing. It's huge. The NSF highway cam is on the left over there. Did the rest of the car fall apart? No, it's actually pretty. Dude, it's pretty strong, dude. The bracing was the right call. Frame rails are still good. We need a banana for scale. I mean, the guy's a yellow vest on. Does that help? Does it have turn signals? I don't think SBMTs have turn signals, goalie, do they?
No.
I don't think so. Oh my goodness. They're hydraulic motors built into the hub of the wheel, Imperial. Right, goalie? That's what that is, right?
Yes. So each wheel or each axle has its own independent drivetrain.
Yep, hydraulic motors. And somebody asked this, and I actually didn't get a chance to ask it. So I've been saying it's diesel hydraulic. Is it a diesel electric hydraulic, or is the diesel like straight up connected into the pressure, like the hydraulic mechanism?
So it's diesel to hydraulic.
Yeah, that's what I thought, dude. You
Pumps are straight to.
Yep. You need the diesel to make the torque for the pressures involved here. That's how I knew it was diesel hydraulic. That and the sound that it makes is a dead giveaway.
So all the lines, if they ever show on the exterior of the wheels up on the deck floor, is all the lines.
Yep.
And the lines are typically about 1.5 inches, 1.75 lines that go the length, and then they got the connectors, and then they shoot inwards.
Will goalie be operating Marvin for this lift of the Pad West launch mount? I don't think so, unless he hasn't told me something. Something you're not telling me?
No, I won't be there. I'm a little tied up at the moment here.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Dude, can you believe that thing? It's bending the SPMT deck. Look at it. It's bowing the dang thing. That's how heavy that thing is.
Well, those are beams. The deck is just a little bit lower below that. So that's sitting on giant girders.
Yeah, I got you. But the deck, that's what I'm saying. The deck of the SBMTs, the one at the front and the one at the back is bent up. What pressures do I think those systems are running right now to move that thing like that, dude? Pretty high. This mission mode is getting out of hand, EJ. No, it's not, Ein. It's just fine. It's just fine, dude. It's just fine. It's okay. Is EJ on NSF or commentating with someone else? So, Halingar, I got Goalie with me. Goalie is a heavy equipment operator. Like a very heavy equipment operator. Knows a lot about the SBMTs that this thing is moving. That's moving this thing. So I have him commentating with me. This is through Twitch. Jeez, he's not that heavy. No, I was... Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. Let's just hope that the front doesn't fall off. I have faith that it was clearly built to rigorous standards. Yeah. That would certainly be very, very, very anomalous. That'd be very weird. That doesn't happen a lot. It's PJ. It's PJan. Ow.
I have a lot of comfy couches.
It's got a lot of comfy couches. Are they gonna put that thing in the square hole? Yes. Yes. Where does the square go? That's right, it goes in the square hole. Did they check all the lugs? They wouldn't want to lose a wheel. You need to make a special about cranes on NSF with him. I'd be down. Should talk to some people over there. Question for goalie: would a move like this require a plan for if one of the SBMTs were to break down?
In this situation, if one breaks down, it's sitting on the road for a little while.
Yeah.
But they're going to have mechanics, and they're going to have all sorts of stuff there. They have parts. It won't be on the road very long. There's no at this position they're at now, there's no way of changing any of that out.
Yeah.
So
no.
if something happens to the tires or one of the axles, what they'll do, they'll drop the entire system, and there's pin bars that you put in. You'll pin one of those axles off and raise it back up.
Huh. Okay. How does a crane operator place something like this big and heavy with precision? Going slow has a lot to do with it, rocket science. Goalie, how would you move this thing? How do you get this thing so precise?
So we have in the cranes we've got computers, and we can turn what's called values. You can turn them down to where you could literally move, like for my crane, or even bigger, like the LR 11,000. We can turn values all the way down to where we're moving at millimeters a minute.
Huh. So you really got some fine control with the equipment there. That's cool.
Yes. I mean, you got to think some of these things, they're going to be like this here. I mean, you're talking, let's just call it 1,000 tons.
Yeah.
You've got 1,000 tons that it's just like driving the crawler that moves Artemis or the shuttle. When they start going up that ramp, they have to, it's got to be precise. They only had, what was it? I think it was a quarter or a half inch of their alignment, or they would have to completely reset.
That's crazy. Yeah, you got to steer that thing right in, huh? They're definitely going to widen this road. They're going to widen Highway 4. See this, guys? That wasn't there the last time I was there. From what side are they doing the lift? Tower side, Katra. From behind the... Not behind the tower, but... Yeah. See where the... Actually, that... It's... Over there. On the other side, there's another crane. The other crawler crane is... On the left, it's stage right, screen left.
looking at it, I think this is how the orientation's going to be. I think
Well,
we're looking at the north face of the OLM right now.
they have to. The power packs for the SPMTs have to be over here, because if they're on that side, they're going to touch the tower. So the power packs are going to be over here, and the 2 cranes are going to hoist this thing by the hold down points, which is with some rigging, which is pretty crazy. Was that the official NSF scooter helmet cam? Yeah, I think so. Question for goalie: does he think they will move the booms out or crawl the cranes forward?
So something like this. They're going to pick it up. So on a pick like this with 2 cranes, you're going to bring both cranes. Let's call it 1,000 tons. So we're going to be working with 1,000 tons. So I would bring both cranes up on the initial tightening of the rigging. I'm going to bring both cranes up to about 5,000 pounds. This is if I was directing it. So at that point, each crane has 5,000 pounds, just to make sure, hey, we're tight. Look at the rigging, make sure nothing's twisted, make sure there's nothing wrong with it.
So you're talking about like tensioning the cables that are holding the thing up, right?
Yes. And then from there, I would bring both cranes up to about 100,000 pounds. And then from there, you're just gradually eat both cranes at the same time, bringing them up 50, 20, 50, 100,000 at a time, up until you get to, I would end it, if you're going to 1,000 tons, I'd bring them all up to about 950 tons. And then from there, I would bring my increments down to 10,000 pounds, 15, 10, 5,000 pounds at a time. So something this big, when you're picking it up, what you're doing, so let's just say 100,000 pounds. Let's go off of pounds instead of tons. So when I pick up something like that, I would cable up at about 10,000, 15,000 pounds. And then from there, it's just straight boom, because there's so much deflection. Deflection is the boom bowing. These booms are not rigid. They will not stay straight. They are meant to bend, because if they don't, they shatter.
They'll snap. Yep.
So you're basically giving nothing but boom. Every so often you give it cable, just to, if you're starting to come out of what's called your radius. Radius is the distance of what's the turntable, your ring, what's on your kingpin. That is the dead center of the Rotex.
That's, let me zoom in on the diagram. So that's this part of the crane. That's the pivot point. So the crane,
Yes.
Picture the house. The house of the crane, guys, is this part. The house of the crane is on a big turret. It's a big turret, but it's called the pin. See that? That's what he's talking about.
So you would hold, pretty much whenever you're picking something up, you always hold your radius, period. So it involves boom or cable. A lot of time it involves nothing but boom. Once I get it up off the ground, most likely what these 2 cranes are going to do, they are going to walk.
That's nuts, dude. That's absolutely crazy. Imagine moving the thing with that much on the end of the end of the cables. That's crazy, man. So, Pop, you're asking what they're moving. They're moving the OLM. That is the OLM for the second pad, the orbital launch mount. Now, I know you're seeing the box drive across the screen, right? Look at all the trucks. Look at all the vehicles in that top right frame comparatively to that structure. That is a 1,000-ton metal structure moving down the road.
So this pick, from initial movement of when they start tightening the rigging to when they have it off the decks,
Okay, Flappy, interesting.
ballpark guess, I bet you it's going to be half hour to an hour
To get this,
before it's
yeah,
to get it off the deck.
yeah, I got you.
So one cable carries 500 tons. No. So cranes have what's called line pull. Line pull is what a winch is good for. My crane, I'm good for line pull of 15,700 pounds. Now, I'm 165 ton hydro. That's obviously more than 15,700 pounds. So what we do is we add what's called parts of line. So you'll have shivs at the top of what's called the bullhead, and they go down to the block. And when you're looking at a crane, each cable you see is a part of line. And if for like my crane, I'm good for 15,700 pounds of line pull. So if I have 2, you take 15,700 and times it by 2. If I have 4, you times it by 4. 5, 5.
So it's just a pulley. It's just a pulley.
Yes.
So
Yes.
So guys, like, okay, the crane, right? This is just a crappy drawing. Just bear with me. The crane, you know, will have the string go up here, right? The cable will go up here, and then you have your block, right? But picture this kind of like a, you got cylinders here, and what the wire is going to do is it's going to loop around, and then it's going to loop around again, and then it's going to loop around again, then it's going to loop around again, and then it's going to loop around again. And then down here, you have your hook, right? So you pull on one cable, and because this thing is looped around 4 or 5 times, you can use one cable that wouldn't, if you just tried to lift up that one cable, like if you tried to lift up 100,000 pounds with that one cable, it's not going to work. But now, because you've looped it around a bunch of times, now you're lifting it up with 5 cables. See what I'm talking about?
Now, in these bigger cranes, this crane will have 2 winches that are connected. So there'll be one winch going up the right-hand side of the boom and go over, and there'll be one on the left. Like how the CC-88 here at the Cape right now, he's running dual winches on that block, and they're tied together. When it comes to bigger cranes like this, for me, I don't have to take into deduction weight of the cable. Typically, you're looking at about 2 pounds a foot, 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds a foot for your cable. You got to be very, very careful with what you're doing and which block you have, because the more cable you have, the heavier the block needs to be, or you can what's called bird nest or bird cage in your winch, and that'll destroy cable. And like for me on my crane, I carry about 850 foot. We actually just replaced the cable on my crane, and it was just shy of $100,000.
How thick is the cable on these things? On like the Grove, for instance?
So my cable, my crane is it's a true German crane. Everything is in the non-freedomed people's measurements.
Those
Yeah.
millimeters or whatever. I don't know what those are called.
Yeah, so my cable is 19 millimeter.
Okay. That's three quarters of an inch.
Yes. Some of these cables can be up to 2.5, 3 inches, and it all depends on what it is doing. Cable that runs the derricks, which is the boom that's facing backwards,
Yeah.
is thicker. It's heavier.
So that's the derrick connected to the mast, right? Like that.
Yes.
So that's this part. See the part back there, guys? Not the main boom. The derrick back here. Yeah, that's going down to the mast on the crane. Interesting.
So, like for these cranes here, line pull, I'd have to look. I don't remember what it is, but let's just call 30,000 for one part of line. So that crane could do, typically these bigger crawlers, the more parts of line you have, the less line pull you'll have. So you'll go from, in one part, 30,000, two parts will be like 29,000, 28, 27, 20. It drops down significantly because the more parts of line you have, that cable will get very, very heavy.
Yeah, I bet.
The block alone for that, so we've got like one of our cranes we have here. The block weighs just over 20,000 pounds.
Jeez. That's nuts, dude. So the OLM is almost that highway here, guys. Not highway. It's almost that trailer. Ewok says hi, Billy.
No. Hi.
Just no. Damn. Dean is asking, is Goalie doing crane stuff at the Cape?
Yes.
He's known to operate some cranes down there from time to time. Not all the time, though, right?
No, not all the time. A lot of the time, yes. I'm actually scheduled here soon to be going to a power plant where we will be changing out some rotors.
Cool. And Dean, Goalie does all kinds of lifting, not just around the cave. He does all kinds of stuff. He helped build the Miami GP circuit 2 years ago.
So, the dumbest thing I think I've ever lifted, I have flown a pizza box up a cell tower because the guys didn't want to come down.
All right.
Probably some of the most expensive, most impressive things I've ever done. I have helped trip Falcons. I've picked up rotors for power plants. I was at a hospital. We picked up an MRI, and they cut a hole in the side of the hospital, and I shoved it in the side of a building. That was only about $3 million. MRI machine.
So, Katra, real quick, the trench is over here, dude. See that? That's the trench in this. The cranes are not in the trench. The tower's right here. The chopsticks are going this way. They're going to stage this thing right next to the trench. This is the trench right here. And then the two cranes are going to pick this thing up, and they're both going to move in unison over the trench and drop that thing in. It looks like, Goalie, they might have to rotate too, judging by where the center of the trench is. But maybe that's just the drawing.
Drawings like this, they get very, meticulous.
Yeah, 2 11,000s are going to be needed to lift that thing up. Ian, goalie is your hero. I'd love to operate a crane as a career. Oh, yeah? You interested? If you're interested, let me know, Dean. I know people.
A question, how do you get into it? Well, there's multiple ways. You could get into the... I can't believe I almost say it. You could get into the union, or for like us, you could go into us and become what's called oilers, which are apprentices. And I'll basically teach you everything I know.
Tell you what, guys, if this streaming thing didn't work, that's what I'd be doing. Freaking love cranes. Cranes are awesome.
The trade industry is hurting extremely bad. We need millwrights, we need pipe fitters, welders so bad. Everybody's desperate for them.
Seriously, guys, you want to go be an oiler? You let me know. You might have to move to Florida. Oh no. Dean, you're interested? I'd like to get into a local crane union. Dude. Pipe fitters. Is that your truck, Big Rig Wrecker? Yeah, the Big Rig Wrecker's mine. Gotta go truck driving school. You mean software devs aren't writing AI to drive cranes? Can you ask Goalie how much it paid? Sorry if it was answered already. If he doesn't, what's the entry level for an oiler position, Goalie? First of all, if they pay you to learn.
It depends. It all depends. We'll just leave it at that. I would never trust a computer to run a crane in my life as AI.
Were you saying it depends when it comes to like an oil? What's the entry level for an oiler position, like entry level salary?
It depends on the states. Honestly, I don't know. I have no idea. It's been years since when I started. It was 15.
15,000?
No, 15 an hour.
Oh, that's okay. That's not. I mean, that was a long time ago. That's not bad.
That was a while ago.
Like the entry level stuff probably is not the highest paying stuff around, dude. But if you get your certs, you get your hoisting license and stuff. Crane operators, well into six figures, dude. Well into six figures. To lift stuff like that, dude, you get paid. So yeah, I mean, if you want to get into hoisting and stuff, like it's not going to start, the pay is going to be okay when you start, but remember, you're getting paid to learn. It's an apprenticeship. That's what an oiler is. You get paid to learn. It's like getting paid to go to college instead of you paying to go to college. Welding is the same way. Pipe fitting is the same way, guys. Dude, you could, if you show the drive, you could walk into these jobs and, you know, after like 5 years, you're making 150 G's, no problem. Plumbing, welding, pipe fitting, HVAC. Like, you'll make money. You make money. Trades pay very well, dude. Why do you think I'm teaching myself how to weld with the car? I'm doing that as a fallback just in case this streaming thing doesn't work out. You know? Electricians make bank. weather guy. Yeah, electricians, you make thousands of freaking dollars. Trades are awesome, and you know what the cool thing is? Trades are fulfilling as hell. Like, you see the metal work that I'm doing. You see how cool that is. It's cool, man. Metalwork is fun. It's like playing with the best kind of Legos where you can make your own damn Lego. All right, geek. See you, buddy. Machinist. If you're a machinist with a welder cert, you're a unicorn. There you go. I raised you because I'm proud of your dad. My dad's a machinist. Mike. Like, I come from the computer world, guys, no doubt. Like, that's why we stream on Twitch, but I love this stuff, man. This stuff's so cool.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. If you want to go to college, go to college. But the people that sit here and say you'll never do anything, you'll never make anything if you don't go to college, the words I want to use, I can't use right now.
Do they rhyme with puck and goff?
Yes, pretty much. Because I'll tell you, some of these people that, like, look at me. There's a meme that goes around that I see every so often, that the teacher said I would never amount to anything looking out the window. I get paid over 100K to literally look out a window every day, all day. And guess what? I never went to college.
There you go. Psycho, your dad's a millwright. It's hard work, but he paid all the bills and got both of his kids into college. There you go. Hey, I'll never take your job in the real world. There you go, man. I mean, Cherokee, ain't. This is why I. Dude, you know how much freaking anxiety I got from, like, coming up with the fortitude, the mental fortitude to drill the back panel off of that car. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. This is, there's no turning back from this. Like, you're not coming. Once it's off, there you go. You gotta go, dude. You know, like, yeah, you're freaking. We did it, dude. I'm trying to teach myself the hands-on stuff, the hands-on side of things. I'm pretty good at it. I'm still getting there. I'm currently job side. Maybe I'll look into being a crane operator again. Do it, man. See previous, I'm just curious. For goalie, what was that ballast box on the Buckner crane when laying down the deluge flame deflectors? The ballast box
that hangs way off the back. So that there, it's got a couple names. Maxer or wagon. That's basically, you put that on for either one. If you're reaching way out, if you've got a lot of boom, you'll put that on. Or if you're picking up something stupid heavy.
Like this?
Yes.
Those things, the wagons on the back. Last, please, question for goalie. What's up?
All the cranes vary. Some of them have tires on them, so they'll sit them down. They'll rotate the tires. They'll pick them up, rotate the tire. If they need to move it in, and they'll face the tires towards the crane, move it in. Then they'll pick it up, spin the tires, and then set it back down. Some of them are on rails, giant beams. Some of them hang from the. There's so many different variants.
Lycan is asking, do you always have to move and go where your crane is needed, kind of like trucking, or can you get something similar to a local driver?
It depends. It depends on what type of crane you're put in. For me, I go wherever that crane goes, I go. Now we call them taxi drivers. Uh, Basically they're the guys, they go out and they come right back into the yard that day. But people like me, we call them suitcase cranes. We basically live out of suitcases.
Dude, look at this freaking thing coming around the corner. Oh my goodness. Bet it pays pretty well to do that, but I couldn't. I don't like moving. Flack, it's fun, dude. You get to go around and do stuff. It's a good time, man.
A lot of companies pay.
There you go, man. They'll pay to put you up in a pretty nice hotel, dude.
Oh, whenever I stay in hotels, I stay in the extended stays. Full kitchen, fridge, stoves.
There you go.
So I don't get per diem. I get per diem. Like for me, I get $25 a day. That covers some food. But when you're talking, like for me, I stay in extended stays. When you're talking $250, $300 a night on a hotel, I'd rather than pay the hotel.
Yeah. LS goalie never worked for goalie. I don't think you ever worked for SpaceX proper, but you've moved some stuff around for him, yeah?
Yes, no, I've never officially worked. Well, I've worked for them. I've never been a SpaceX employee. I wouldn't mind being a SpaceX employee, getting some of that stock option.
Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, pretty much, T-Man. Dude, look at the scaffolding on the left side. You think that's close? Oh, man.
It's got a pretty good, unless it's the camera, it's got a pretty good little lean. I'm surprised they haven't stopped yet and readjusted.
Guys, I just got a message. So, LS, you want me to blow your mind here? I just got a private message, and I've been authorized to share it anonymously. So, this is from someone. I'm not saying who. Somebody that just watches the stream. Here's what it is, and I quote, "This is all very true. I didn't spend a day in college, and I was just promoted to a structures engineer. I'm working on Starship fuel sumps. It's hard work, but it's doable. Just a data point if you want to share it with the stream. I didn't go to college, and I'm an engineer at SpaceX. Next time it comes up, let's mention it or mention it now." So, how about that? How about that, huh? How do you without a degree? Grit will get you a long way, dudes. Grit and persistence and discipline will get you a very long way in this world. Look at me. You know what part of being a good streamer is? Showing the frick up every day. Why do you think I take that so seriously? I'm here as much as I possibly can be. Look, we're 12 and a half hours in, whatever. It's all good.
SpaceX, Blue Origin, Relativity, all these companies, Stoke, soon Via. When you look on the websites and the applications and it says bachelor's degree, you need a bachelor's degree. They put that there because one, I mean, they'd love to have a college person, but they put that there to try and make you not apply
Bingo.
because they don't want somebody that doesn't give a damn and you know what? Oh, they want that. Screw it. I ain't going to apply. No, they want you to apply.
That's there to deter people who won't take the job seriously, because the people that want to do that job are the people that are going to apply regardless of requirement. Remember that, guys.
Because you got to think, these things are not toys.
Yep.
Like my crane, I run a $2.3 million piece of equipment. Look at the rockets. Ballpark, what is it, 100 million?
Something like that. It depends on the rocket, dude.
They don't want somebody that doesn't give a damn about it. They want somebody that's going to sit here and be very meticulous. They want somebody that, okay, the bolt goes here at this amount of torque, at this and this and this and this and this. And if you can't fill out a simple application, they don't want you.
There you go. Captain Slappy, you aircraft avionics engineer, no college degree. There you go, man. You gotta want it, dudes. That's what I mean. And remember, you know, Graham, you're saying you're motivated. Motivation ain't gonna get you nowhere. Motivation will get you good effort for a couple of days. Discipline is how you win this, how you get this stuff, dude. Yeah, that's the shadow on the wall there is awfully close. Repost for goalie. Do you have to manage your crane? Like tell people how much weight to add, etc., or do you solely operate the crane yourself?
So for my crane, I handle everything. So they'll tell me, all right, I've got to pick up 1,000 pounds at 100 feet. And I'll go into load charts and what do I need? And then I'll decide how much counterweight needs to go on and all that. Now with these bigger crawlers, the crawlers, basically the operator just shows up, the crane's already built. That's what the job of it, what's called an A&D team is, or an A&D director. A&D director will decide all that. And that ain't good.
Yeah. You seeing that? You seeing that? That's not ideal.
Here you go. Now watch what they're gonna do. So they should bring the entire thing down because it dug in. So what I would do, I would bring the entire system down. Now remember earlier when I said if something breaks or something happens, they'll pin off axles and then they'll bring it back up. I think this is what they're about to do. They're gonna pin it off, they're gonna bring it up, and they'll either one continue or two, they're going to slide plates or giant polymats underneath.
You guys standing in front of the way. They pinned one for sure. One axle, one of those wheels was rising when they moved the thing up. Oh. Oh. Yeah, dude. That thing dug in hard, man.
They're dry steering it too. Ugh.
That's like turning a power steering pump when the car's not moving. Ooh, that wheel's struggling, dude. Stop! Stop! Oh, that wheel is struggling, man.
Yep, there you go. He just dropped one of the axles. So they're gonna continue doing that.
Dude, that thing dug in, man. Holy crap, that should tell you how heavy that freaking thing is. Jeez. Look at how much it's... What's up?
I'm surprised they didn't put road plates down for this
It looks
right
like
there.
It looks like they put plywood down. Dude, look at it just move the dirt out of the way. It's like a bulldozer. There you go. Just shimmy it. Rocket, Barb. Rocket. One of those wheels is not turning.
Yeah, they're raising and lowering them.
Yep. Do objects just sit on top of the SPMTs, or do they bolt strap it down? You could do either one. The SPM, the OLM is just sitting on top of it, dude. It's not going anywhere. You don't need to ratchet strap that one down.
The amount of chains that you would need for that.
Yeah, it's just going down the road, and you're not going very fast. The 1,000 tons just it's not moving. It's not going to go anywhere, dude. Who's the camera person? This is one of NSF's remote cameras. Yeah, look at the trench that it dug over there. Holy crap. It's bananas, dude.
There you go. There's your banana for scale.
Yeah, right. Is that concrete? No, that's dirt. It's too wide for the road. The reason why it's too wide for the road, guys, is because of the wall that SpaceX built on the like on the launch site over there, in the scaffolding. You can't move it any. See, they had to. You see how this SPMT is off in the dirt, and why they put all that plywood down. At least I think that's plywood. I can't really tell. It looks like plywood.
It looks like plywood.
Need a World War I trench line in minutes? Use this neat trick. Yeah, an 1,100 ton mobile launcher will dig a trench for you real quick. They're almost out. Last couple of wheels.
It could be road plate, but that's some pretty rough looking road plate if it is.
Yeah, that's what that's the only thing I'm thinking. Those are huge sheets of plywood if it is. Should maybe they have removed the scaffolding on that side to get the OLM closer? Well, they got to have the OLM go outside a little bit, Katra, because it's got to turn. This thing's got a pretty wide turning radius. Would plywood do a darn thing? Yeah, maybe, Yark?
That would require scaffolders to actually do some work. And no, I'm not sorry.
What am I watching? Dello, this is SpaceX moving their orbital launch mount. That's a rocket launch pad that they're moving in one shot from their production site to the launch pad. It's 1,100 tons of rocket launch pad being moved. It's pretty big, man. So glad chat isn't controlling this. We'd be getting nowhere. Chat would have gotten stuck in the mud a long time ago, Lone Dog. Yep, they're crabbing it a little bit. Yep, she made it out of the mud patch. Did you see this from earlier? Me and a few guys could carry that over. Yeah, it's just like, you know, you get your buddies, you just move a Volkswagen Beetle. Scary Diesel runaway.
Have I ever built concerts? Like stages? Yes. I actually last summer built a stage in Camping World Stadium.
Cool. Coronet could pull this. The Coronet could pull this.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Stack on me, papi. What's up, Mark? I mean, what? Ah, nothing. Stack me, daddy. Oh, those outside wheels. Are those outside wheels gonna make it? If Ford was pulling this, it'd still be at the pro. I notice how you typed that. You didn't say it. That's weird.
I'm trying not to verbally hurt your feelings.
I'm trying not to verbally hurt your feelings. It's you. That's what you sound like. This is some heavy steel work, Fuel. The front wheels turn in while the back wheels turn out. Yeah. Yeah, depending on how many SPMTs you have hooked up, yeah, it'll adjust the radius of the tires. The turning radius of the tires, depending on, like, if it's in the center of the SPMT line or on the outside. There's some pretty cool hard-coded logic. Not hard-coded. There's some pretty cool coded logic behind how this stuff works. It's also self-leveling, dude. Do you have a count on how many? Go ahead.
Turn. There's multiple different ways they can turn. So we've got like normal turning where, so normal turning ain't like a car where it's just the front wheels, the front, back, everything turns. So you got like normal where it's just that. You can have rotational. So, okay, so first you'll have traverse, which is basically where all the wheels turn 90 degrees to the deck, and you'll go. So if the power puck's north and the back is south, you can travel it east and west. That's traverse. You've got like rotate, which they're not fully traverse. They're cocked at a different angle. You can crab it, so basically going back and forth, like what we saw earlier at the very beginning, where as you're going forward, you can slide it over left or right or backwards. Or there's something called carousel, which basically that thing will act like a carousel. You could, in theory, spin this thing around and not even move in any direction. It will spin 360 on the spot, and it could dig itself in right there.
Crazy. What's the actually Cherokee asked, what's the maximum ride height of one of these things? Like how high and low can, like, what's the travel on the ride height here?
So these things can jack up to about 60 inches high. You can put the deck to about 60 inches.
That's crazy. That's a lot of travel, man.
Typically you want to run. It all depends on what you got to do. Typically you want to run around 30. It's like 25, 30 inches.
Okay. It's 2 to 3 feet travel. Were you around in 2021 by Raymond James Stadium when something happened? I don't think so.
No, I wasn't.
How are they going to offload this? 2 Liebherr 11,000s will pick it up off the SVMTs. Look at it compared to the damn the front end loader over there. That's crazy. So this camera is from NSF North, looking south at Gate B. Oh my goodness. Wow.
So the last bad thing that I've been a part of, I went down it was oh man, it's been probably 3 years now, 2 or 3 years now, I think. Was the condo on in Surfside down in Miami when it collapsed.
Yeah, that was bad, but that's what happens when you don't take care of the roof and water intrusion. Basically, rust the building from the inside out.
That was probably one of the roughest things I've dealt and seen.
Oof. I didn't know you were at that, dude. Jeez. I don't know if it's just you, Max, so you think this thing is big. That is a chunky piece of metal. Yeah.
I'm actually flipping my schedule. I work today. I'm staying up all night because I have a night job tomorrow I gotta work on. So.
Yeah, the columns were no good, Fluffy. Yeah, there's a good YouTube channel that had a good analysis on that. On NSF, finally a box big enough for Jack to stand. That's so screwed up. See, look at, it's self-leveling. You see that? I love heavy equipment. Heavy equipment is so good. It's so damn cool. Oh, Scotland Yard, I'd like to report a murder. Jam, I know, right? Now watch, the power boxes, believe it or not, they can actually tilt them up in case the thing's like trying to go up a hill or something, or they need the clearance. These things can actually tilt. Power box can tilt up like that if it needs to.
60 degrees, if I remember correctly.
Yep. That's timber it's sitting on, not steel girders, I see. That's right, Yard. Yeah, put it on wood. Yeah, that way you won't screw up the metal on the SVMT or on the launcher. Yeah, dude. I do that when I jack the car up, dude. I have a 2x4 that I put on the jack. So when I go to jack the car up, right, the 2x4 gets crushed and you don't have to worry about scratching the bottom of your car and breaking something.
So for anybody that's ever been down to the Cape and like gone to the KSCBC, the visitor center, if you've ever done the tours, the buses sometimes, depends on what's going on, will take you out to 39A, 39B. A typical, like these are 6-line, we call them 6-line. A 6-line can go up 39A or 39B's crawlerway and keep something flush. That's gives you an idea of how high we can jack these up.
Wow. Yeah, Dean, the Jackbox joke is... Yeah, that's a long story. Sounds like a swarm of bees. Yeah, those are hydraulic motors doing their thing, Ender. They sound very weird. But yeah, it's hydraulic fluid being pushed through a fluid impeller at very high pressure that's making that noise. Have we counted how many wheels there are? I don't know. So Flykin, Goalie answered that a second ago. You can set the values on the crane to move in smaller increments. They can move down to millimeters for the value of like moving things on the crane. I know, you see it. You see it self-level over the hump. Isn't that cool? SPMTs are so cool. I tried for the longest time to try and build one of these in Kerbal. You really can't. Kerbal parts are too springy to make something like that. I don't know how many axles there are total. Somebody did the math, but in Kerbal, build one in real life. I mean, nice Ferd. Turn the Coronet into an SPMT. Nah, you know what? You know what, Max? I thought about it, and I don't want to do that. Yeah. Just trying to understand the joke so you can laugh too. Okay, so, Dean, once upon a time, we were doing a flame trench down in Boca. Right? And Gene is 6'2", I'm 6'3". So we set up the set that we did the Starship streams from, right? We set it up with the tables and everything around Gene and I because we're super tall. Jack is not tall. Jack's like 5'8", maybe a little bit less. 72 axles. Thanks, Cyborg. So the joke is, Jack, we were using the set piece in a flame trench one time when we were down there, and Jack had to step on a box so he would appear at the same height as Gene, and it didn't look like Gene had take your kid to work day. So that's the joke. And Jack, doing Jack things, decided to tell everybody that he was on a box. I know it's a common thing to do, Yuri. I work in show business, technically, dude. I know. Jack just decided to do a Jack and self-own himself on the internet. Yeah. So, Jack in the box joke. That's why. So, somebody in the NSF chat said, wow, Jack finally found a box that's good enough for him to stand on. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty funny. Hello, Pace. What's going on around here? Just 1,100 tons of launch pad being moved. No problem. Better than a Richard in a box. Yes. Yeah, mate. Yep. You're not wrong. I've decided to apply as an intern as of right now. I have a drive to be there. Be right back. Okay. It's a square box with a square hole. That's right. It goes in a square hole. Tom Cruise is 5'7", so Jack is okay. Yeah.
Have we seen? Is the deck on that thing flat, or does it have a water well? Is it gonna pool up top?
Here, let me show you. So Ryan Hansen did a really good render. Check it out. This is how it's built. It doesn't need to be recharged, Flecken. It's diesel. You just fill it up with more diesel. I mean, dude, it's chunky. So at the top up here, Goalie, it has a water manifold. That's what those, see the pipes on the sides? That's what those are there for. So it has a pad deluge on the top deck of the thing. Yak? Yak is drive? Drive yak? Scooters. Is that Jack on a scooter?
Look at the left. You can see where they trenched it.
Oh, yeah, I see it over there. What are those circular actuators for? Those are the hold down points, Slappy. That's Jordan Guidry from What About It? Oh, okay. Oh, the sheriff. The sheriff's out. Sheriff got out of the car. Sheriff got out of the car. Are you just... Gage, what are you doing? Is the truck just parked sideways on Highway 4? Like, and the towers are 525 feet tall.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
What time is it? What's going on? Watching the OLM get moved, dude. Jack! Jack! Yeah, there he's Mr. Yak. Oh, yeah, I gotta look at the camera. Make sure you're on camera. Here, hold up. Hold up. Ready? Ready? No, Jack! No! No, Jack! Come back! No! No! Damn it! I was gonna text him. That was Mr. Yak. Wait, if the NSF truck is over there, who's in this truck? This truck was red? Oh, that's Gage's truck. Never mind. Gage has a red F-150.
Sort of interested to see what rigging they use.
Yeah. Dude. Oh, I wish I was down here for this. This would have been sick. Jack wave bye to the camera, Mr. Yak. It's an auger. Yeah, that's a hole digger, yes. It's not a pile driver, it's an auger. Are you staying up all night with goalie? Nah, I should... It's 1 o'clock. I should probably go to sleep soon. But this is super freaking cool, so...
Them drills are actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
They drill down, and then they backfill grout or cement as they're pulling the auger back out.
Yeah, they got a pump going down the center. That's cool. The driver is behind the SPMT, Slappy. He's the dude that looks like he's got a backpack on the front with like 2 suspenders. Yeah, the driver is somewhere over here. He's got a high vis on. It's kind of hard to see from north here. Yeah, Martin, she's there, dude. They seem to move as fast as they do for a booster. Yep, yep. It's Hopper. No, it's not.
It's going to be at least two per crane.
Mm-hmm.
But it all depends on the rigging they use.
NSF stream has gone on too long. They're discussing Ship 26.
That was a dreadful pun.
Oh.
I got you, Andrew.
See,
Yep.
you guys are trying to tread on me and my
26
puns.
sucks.
Fine.
There we go.
Space Ignorant saying when Jack said tireless air, my brain blue screened.
Error 404, brain not found.
Also now it's
No, you suck.
Give it the
Hey, that's the
respect
error
that
code I
deserves.
get every morning.
Just to,
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Wrong.
Just silence and then just nice.
We're talking about Ship 26 and Hopper and 404, and we get nice.
I cannot wait for
Oh,
Ship
it's
69.
EJ in Chaco says Ship 26 sucks. Thank you.
There we
EJ.
go.
You're very
No,
correct.
this is slander at this point, man. I can't stand for this.
Uh-oh.
Did I hear that the Ship 26 fan club needed to come out?
Yes, Kevin, please save us.
No, it didn't.
It's like 5 on 1 right now.
Come on, Ship 26 fan club in chat. We need to see you. I know you're there.
It's basically just corpse fan club at this point. Like it's just the nose cone. Why are you such a fan of
Ship 26 forever.
Legends never die, Jack.
See, look at that. Look
corpse
at chat.
26? Got it.
Look at chat. Chat.
Yeah.
No
That's what
Ship
we
Come
like
on.
to
26
see.
around here.
All right. See, I told you. Okay.
Hey, you know
back to
what?
work.
Actually,
Bye.
I just saw somebody in chat. Ship 26 never rutted.
It's true.
It never did.
Very true.
Yeah, but it never flew.
It fired more than most ships do.
Well, yeah, that's because
I
they
don't-
actually go into a trajectory.
NASA spaceflight official is saying they're all KMR burner accounts. I only have one burner account. That's it. You'll never know
And-
what it is.
And Ship 26 also broke in the flame trench over at Massey's. So
Exactly.
Ship 26
Historic.
is now broken.
So what? So what? The last time I farted in a new pair of underwear, I broke those in. Who cares?
Oh my god.
what the action?
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
This is where we just need just silence after that statement, and then just Ryan to go, nice.
Ew, not nice. Not nice. It's midnight Central Time, 1 a.m. Eastern, folks. Here.
These
Zach
these
called
late
me
night
out.
rolls do be hitting different, don't they?
It's getting to be that time of night, y'all. And correct me if I'm wrong. Are we starting to see supports being moved below the corner so the launch mount can be set down? I think
No, they won't set it down.
Oh, they won't. Okay.
Freaking Zach
No,
Todd,
this
it's
is
just a
gonna get
freaking.
rolled right into
There's a
the
freaking
staging
own me.
area.
Jeez.
They
Oh,
will-
that's
they
awesome.
will- they will
I
bring
love
the
this job.
bucket
This
crane
job's the
over.
best, man.
They will line it up. They will put the rigging. They will pick it up off the SPNTs itself, and then roll the SPNTs out of the way.
Ah, okay. I saw something
they're-
else and thought it was like support wood.
They're not going to put supports in.
Can you explain Ship
I will
26?
say this: just
Some people love Ship 26. Some people hate it. It was a main propulsion testing article that they used Yard to test out the Block 1 Starship design. It was a starship that had the tanks and everything, and it had the payload bay and a nose cone, but it didn't have any wings on it or anything. No tiles, no wings. It was just a tube with a point on the end. Zach said you just hated. So some people hate it, some people like it. I don't understand the hype. It's a freaking tube. Like what like It's a tube. I don't get it.
Well, they're going to keep it on the SBNTs until they lift it, most likely.
Isn't that
Which
the one that got
Leary
electrocuted?
is asking, when do you think they will lift it? I will get to that question after we take a look at Hole. On your screen on the left, remember when we saw the SPMT kind of getting stuck in the dirt and they paused for a moment and eventually worked their way out? This is a photo from Jack in the field with remnants of where that hole was dug.
I think they needed some more steel plates. It looks like they were missing like a few.
Look at how long it goes too. Then you have that single steel plate, it looks like, and then the giant hole continuing underneath that.
Yeah, you probably should have put more plates there.
Forgive my ignorance. Is that wood or is that metal?
As far as I
It's
understand,
steel.
Is it steel? Okay.
They're steel plates.
Sheet steel.
Cool.
Steel plates.
That is quite a sight.
Well,
They're
that
like-
answers that
when they're doing
question.
construction on the road or the highway, and they like have a trench dug for utilities, they'll put steel plates over it. It's basically just that.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, it is a yak hole. Yep. All right.
a sideways slide there. I don't know if they're trying to get out
That's
of it.
right. It
or
goes
if
in the mud hole.
Oh my god.
It's digging its own flame trench.
If there was ever a perfect demonstrator to see or show how much this thing really weighs, it's this.
That is also shout out to the team that's working late nights to roll this. Ignoring the cameras because they're actually doing their jobs of making sure that everything is within the safety limits.
All right,
Look
Flagon.
at that. That is fantastic.
I think a better demonstrator, Max, would be like if you had a giant scale and on one side it was like gorillas, so you could see how many gorillas it took to, balance out the weight. I think that would be more impressive than, this.
Also, Rocket Bird using their 32-month member milestone for a very significant question. How many waffles will it take to fill that hole?
About that many.
Okay. All right. You guys want to keep watching this? You go. I'll link up the NSF stream. You guys can keep watching. I think I'm done. I think I'm done for now. That was a fun space news. I'm gonna head out, dudes. I will see you guys all tomorrow at noontime. We're gonna drill out the trunk pan on that car on the Dodge, and we'll see where it gets us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, Nervous. See you guys. See you, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to you guys all later. Have a good night. Hey, we're only up to part 11 on the Coronet, Fluffy, okay? Jeez. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.